Are you tired of missing work to take a loved one to a doctor's appointment, only to wait hours for a 15-minute visit? Are you currently having issues with transportation and getting to medical appointments is more headache and hassle than it is helpful? Have you ever felt sick but was just too tired after a long day of work to drag yourself in to see a healthcare provider? What if I told you that you wouldn't have to miss work or even leave home for those very same visits? Or that you could be seen from the comfort of your couch or even your own bed before or after work? Welcome to the future of medicine. At Above Average Health and House Calls, we offer the choice of either virtual or in-home visits. At Above Average, we take care of you wherever you are, putting the care back into healthcare.
Michael, Sean, and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap, tap, tap in.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Low waist, fat, baby, tap in.
Oh, I'm going to tap in for sure.
Tap, tap, tap in.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to, I was going to say Taco Tuesdays, but I don't even like tacos. I don't even like tacos. I'm not a taco person. 8 years in Texas, they couldn't get me to like tacos. Anyway, it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday.
Blasphemy.
I don't even like the crunchy shell tacos.
Like tacos though.
I don't even. I don't even like it when it crunched out. They just boring to me. I don't know what it is. I don't know.
We're doing tacos for dinner today.
Oh no, the rest of the world loves tacos, especially in Texas. You can't tell nobody tacos ain't a delicacy.
Those Fuel City tacos, you are so right.
Oh my God, those are the most overrated. Y'all hype me up for weeks.
I am getting some. I missed them last time.
We going to Fuel City. And then they got this thing, I forget what it's called in Spanish, and they were like, yeah, you got to get this. It's just a cup of corn.
Oh, yeah.
The salsa. Yeah.
No,
it's corn salsa?
No, it's called...
street corn. The street corn with the Cochita cheese.
But they got a name for it.
They call it something.
Yeah,
I never get it.
And they were like, I never forget, they were like, you got to have a menudo badudo.
Yeah,
and I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, it didn't even say, the Spanish word they used didn't even mean corn. Right? So I was confused. And then when it was a cup of corn. I said, bitch, it's a cup of corn. They were like,
is it like fire roasted?
No, it ain't fire roasted.
I'm a fan of corn. I'm sorry. I love all kinds of corn.
It's like cream corn. It looks like
hot ass cream corn with. I put hot sauce on the bitch because I was like, I love corn too. But just tell me it's corn. Don't tell me I'm about to get something special. Like
is it like the corn cake with the corn creamy corn?
Mo, I swear to God, it's just corn. I swear
it's corn. It's like creamy corn.
That's all it is corn.
Regular yellow corn.
Mo is so bougie in a way.
I'm hungry.
Is it roasted corn? How about
it's a fat girl that lives inside of me. I just wanted to let y'all know that I love to eat.
How about, is it fried? Is it corn? No, it's just corn.
It just seemed like cream corn out the can.
And it just happens to be it just happens to be warm. You could have made that shit at your house. It's just these Mexicans getting over on the world. All right, before we get into this busy ass show, let me see if I can get everybody. I invited you in the club, Mo. Afro Queen, good morning.
Let me see if I can get
Ashley, good morning. Don Page, good morning.
Kathy
Black, good morning. Jay, are you trying to beat me to read them? Are we racing? Are we racing to read the names? Is that what is it? And go, Shaquisha, good morning.
Why are you on there?
I was testing Facebook out. I'm usually on YouTube. I said, let me see what Facebook
racing to beat the name. I'm gonna say the name. Anthony D. Goodson. Good morning, Anthony. Best morning show in Dallas. Let's see who could read this fastest. Let's see if you can jump to it fast. African morning at Ashley. She said morning to Ashley, J Black.
They showing each other love.
Oh, I know. She just say it fast.
Office. Good morning.
We got some structure in this motherfucker.
Looks like
all right, how was your morning? How was your night, J Black?
Night was good. I'm thinking about starting a new business venture. I'm thinking about starting a landscaping company. I don't know.
What?
Oh.
I'm thinking. I really am. I'm considering it.
Who's doing the work?
I was thinking about me doing it just 2 days out. I have my set days.
Don't you have allergies?
But they got masks for that. I am allergic to grass.
Just saying.
She said, don't you have allergies?
I don't think that's for you.
Yeah. I think I could do it. It ain't that difficult cutting grass. Like, that's a good hustle.
Oh boy, you said landscaping. That is
well, okay. I'm not
more
gonna say
than cutting
let
grass.
me just say
grass.
start off slow with just the cutting of the grass.
First of all, you have to buy the proper. You ain't buying a regular lawnmower.
I just got one. That's what made me think of that. I got a nice little riding lawnmower. I got the weed whacker. What more do I need?
You got to load that up and take it to people's houses.
I was only going to start off with just my block radius to where I could just drive the little thing. I could drove house to house, a couple houses.
Oh, Lord.
I'm thinking about it. I'm considering. Don't knock my hustle. See, y'all a dream. That's what's wrong with black people. Y'all don't never just support someone's vision.
You're not a landscaper, homie.
But you're supposed to support to say, you know what,
not
Jay,
when you're not a landscaper.
I only see you doing that for I see you doing it one day and you calling Shawnee. This too much. I ain't doing this.
I ain't doing
I
this.
changed my mind.
But that's a key example how black folk kill your dreams.
No, it's not.
No,
it's not. We're just being honest.
You're supposed to say, hey, have you done the research involved? All y'all was just negative. You can't. That's what's wrong with us as a culture.
No,
that y'all
just friends don't let friends chase empty dreams.
Yeah, exactly. Good morning, Bobby Holiday. What up, Bobby? Hey, Bobby Holiday. Jay Black said he wants to be a landscaper.
I am. He
wants to cut other people's grass.
I think there's something to this. What y'all just did, I think is something to America and how black folk do other black folk.
Oh my God.
So you about to go kill yourself trying to cut these yards?
No, if someone has a dream, your first immediate reaction was a negative moments and y'all all shot it down without even giving it some real thought.
This isn't your dream, though. This isn't your dream. You just woke up and had an epiphany about how to make money. It just wasn't a good idea for you.
No, I think that is something. That's what's wrong with us people. We all kill each other dreams.
You want to be a landscaper? You got fucking allergies.
He has bad allergies. I just don't understand where he got this epiphany from.
Well, maybe I can incorporate one of the youngsters or a family member to help lead the charge when it comes to that part of it. But everybody always want to kill somebody passion.
Oh my God. That's not your passion.
Knock yourself out. Go ahead.
Not your passion. We didn't say that with woke up inspired. We didn't say that.
Sure did not.
Yeah, we sure didn't.
We didn't.
Do that, but this cutting grass, Jay. I just
thought about it. I was
actually thinking about being a roofer.
You know what I would say, Mike? If that's a good hustle, I'm sure there's money involved.
I mean, it's kind of crazy.
All the research,
but it's kind of crazy because I'm scared of heights.
I
want to be a roofer,
right?
But I'm not.
I was fixing my roof. Yeah,
I'm not gonna steal your passion.
Good morning.
Anybody support people when they got their ideas. Don't be trying to kill people's dreams. That was a topic there. Watch, I'm gonna bring that back somehow.
Dream killers.
First reaction for black folk.
Black wants to be a landscaper. We said, how are you gonna transport it? I'm just gonna be a landscaper on my block. That business is going to explode.
Yeah,
just my neighbors.
This is going to be $1 million business. I'm just doing my neighbor's grass.
Yes.
That ain't a business. That's a favor. That's what that is. That ain't a business.
You're just being neighborly.
You're just being neighborly. I think you got a business and neighborly wrong. You got it mixed up there.
Well, that was my day yesterday, and I had a bunch.
So the whole day you just pondered about being a landscaper.
I swear to you, yesterday that lawnmower came, and my brain was spinning and turning, and I'm like, this could be something. Like even if I start slow and just to block, $40, $50 houses once a week, and have a certain number of houses, you're going to do so many. Take me a couple hours out of the day. I'm thinking that could be it. Certain days, Thursdays and Sundays, I cut grass.
Do you even know your neighbors?
I know one or two. I do. But they see me. They all see me every day. They see me. I see them.
So are you gonna knock on the door?
You just gonna pull up with the lawnmower on?
Bing, bing. Yeah, I think I want to be a zookeeper.
And you know what, Don? You can be a zookeeper. You can.
I want to train lions.
Lions and tigers and bears.
I would say do the research. Go to YouTube, figure out, and then go follow you. If that's something you want to do, I'm not gonna kill you.
I think I want to chase UFOs.
Yeah, how you gonna expand your business if you're just gonna do the neighbors? Like you gotta get a truck that moves. Since you want to play,
no, but I thought of that. I need a pickup truck. I told my wife
I don't just need you to cut my grass. When they do my mom's lawn and stuff like that, they do everything.
And you know, in Jersey, your house ain't busting
But
if you ain't got the swirly trees in front of your house. Like you gotta have the swirly trees.
Slow. You gotta start
you
slow.
do that.
And it's like, okay, let me dip my toe in it, see how it goes, understand it, the business, and then boom, and then you flourish and grow. You don't start off with 20 accounts.
Do you have a picture of your yard? Send us a picture of your yard.
Look.
Well, I haven't done it yet. This is the summer season. Like, I'm just gonna. This is all new. This is all. See, y'all, I'm not talking to y'all. Y'all are dreaming.
How about you just before you become a landscaper, just get on IG Live for once. Just get on IG Live for once. I invite you.
Jay Black, some boys
hire some boys to do some summer work, help them stay out of trouble and make some money.
See, and look. Thank you, Sequisa.
Jay ain't trying to keep nobody out of trouble. He don't give a fuck.
Yeah, and the kids up here,
the kids in trouble.
Yeah, and the kids up here, they like the jobs at the mall, like at Chick-fil-A, you know, Amazon. They paying real money. Jay Black probably gonna be trying to pay minimum wage.
If you had 2 lawnmowers, then you could pack them up. You had a pickup truck that you packed them up. Then you need a crew because they be knocking out my mom's lawn in about like 7-10 minutes.
In and out.
Over here we pay, but that's the thing. Over here that's part of the
homeowners association, right?
Yeah, which is a rip-off. Fucking robbing us. Bobby Holiday, Jay Black, and landscaping, meaning he will be landscaping, right? No, he claims he will be. Hey, don't kill his dream because he said we're dream killers.
That's what's wrong with black people. As soon as somebody say something, everybody tell you why you can't do it. That should be. We didn't do that with your wife. We didn't do that with your wife. But y'all just did it with me. I just said I had thoughts about being a landscaper. No one ever had. None of y'all had immediate positive thought. Everything was negative. Why I couldn't do it.
No, it's not that.
I had thoughts about being a surgeon. And I thought about it all that.
And then if you research how long it takes to go to school, that's what I'm gonna say. Wait, how long is schooling for that? But that's my initial thought. Black folk need to stop doing that. Support each other.
Support Jay Black. He wants to be a landscaper.
I'll send you some Claritin. Maybe Sequisa can send you some ideas of how to, you know.
Whatever. Yeah. I'm not telling y'all no more of my visions, no more of my passions or visions or ideas I'm thinking about because y'all dream killers.
Jay Black.
Good morning, Amir.
Good morning.
Jay Black has a new dream. Amir Sealy, the distinguished gentleman. Good morning, Shawnee. Good morning, Mo, Mike, and Jay
how
Black.
I get up here?
Blessings to the legends chat room. What up, Amir? That's my dude. All right, Mo, how was your night last night?
I ended up having to catch an extremely late flight out on Delta, and they cracked my luggage again. This is the second time. The whole bottom wheel. And they said, it's very cold underneath the plane where they store the luggage, and so the hard luggages are getting cracked now. So they don't give you money; they just replace your luggage.
They act like this is the first time it's been cold.
Yeah, I didn't understand that or whatnot, and I'm like, he's like, well, how old is it? I said, you see, it's brand new.
Man,
it was a set.
Stacey Mitchell gave Jay Black some advice. That's why you don't share until it's all together and pop. And that's right, Stacey.
But that's not how we do. You want support from your people, so you tell them
you came to the wrong squares, homie.
Yeah,
the wrong fucking squares.
Jay Black got up super excited about that. He couldn't wait to tell us.
I woke up inspired. I woke up inspired, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna throw this out there."
When it comes to inspiration, all 3 squares are Jada Pinkett. We all Jada Pinkett Smith. We ain't nothing but bitches. That's all we are. TPA,
you want what?
Afro Queen, Jackie, Ashley, Lady Q. They running down a roll call. Yeah. Good morning. So they broke Mo's expensive luggage because Mo ain't got no regular luggage.
I'm really mad. And the luggage they want to replace it with is like this $200. They say it's worth $200, and it don't look like it's worth $200.
Mo
so
got the type of luggage that comes with a scent. Like she ain't got no regular.
I'm like, y'all gonna replace? Why can't I get the same thing that I had? Y'all broke it.
Especially how they gonna get you one that doesn't say? They gotta get you one that says your name, Monique.
It doesn't say anything on it.
I know your shit
doesn't even say luggage. So I'm a little irritated with them, but I'm super tired because the flight was super late.
Mm-hmm.
What time did you leave?
I got to the airport like 8 something, and then we didn't take off until 10:54. So by the time we got in, and then they finally got our luggage out, which I don't understand how it took them so long because we were like the last flights in or whatever. But yeah, thanks, Delta.
Well,
I tried to up it. I tried to up it. I tried to go from, no Frontier, no what is the other airlines? Spirit. I didn't do Spirit. I tried to do it. And I did Comfort.
I don't do that.
Seats.
Yeah, I don't do that stuff.
Comfort seats.
Well, you in first class or you just did Comfort?
No, first. So Comfort is right behind first class. Yeah, I didn't do first class last night. It was me and the little one.
Did you have a TV in front of you?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not all don't say of course. Not all the Delta planes have fucking.
Oh, they don't.
TV. No, and you got to watch it on your phone. You got to connect to your phone. Yep. Got to connect to your phone.
Oh no, I never knew that. Okay.
I'll tell you another bogus one. I'll tell you another bogus one. Now mind you, COVID, from what they're telling us, is veering out. Right? It's what they're telling.
Yeah,
okay,
what they telling us.
What they telling us. So American Airlines now has the no touch at all. So you have to connect your credit card before you get on.
Yes.
In order to buy some shit.
To buy some snacks and drinks. Yes.
Incidentals. Yeah.
But I didn't know that was the reason. I just thought that, they just.
They're the touchless policies. I hate American Airlines. I'm so not into American Airlines. I hate American Airlines.
I don't care if I fly American Airlines again. Y'all know what happened to me in Miami. I got actually stuck in the airport. They wanted to send me to some hotel that was like 10, 11 miles away from the airport and told me I had to get there myself. American Airlines is trash too.
Yeah, they did that to me. They did that to me in Orlando and said because it wasn't their fault, they wouldn't pay for the hotel room. So I slept at the airport because
they had a hotel in Miami Airport that had rooms, and they were like, "Oh, well, we only book, with certain hotels, and we do book with them, but we don't have any more vouchers for that particular hotel." Well, I don't care, dig it out your ass, but I'm not sleeping in this airport.
I slept in the airport for real. That is the most uncomfortable shit in the world because at a certain point you just break down and say, "I'm sleeping on the floor, fuck it."
And then with COVID, you just.
But there was nobody else there.
I don't want to be in the airport at all.
It was the loneliest thing ever. There was nobody else in the airport except me and like two stragglers that we were just laying on the floor. I was like, this is ridiculous, man.
Well, they can kick you out because some airports they make you leave if your flight is delayed until the next morning. They make you leave like at midnight and you can come back at like 5 a.m.
Where's my charger? Okay. All right. So, Shawnee, how was your night?
My night was just full of work. That's all. Media room 360 stuff. Work.
I'm impressed. You've been working hard, Shawnee.
Yeah. So.
If you weren't doing that, I would tell you your work ethic. You're the type that could. The type of work ethic you got. I think you could have a successful landscaping business.
And don't think y'all stop my dream. If I'm still thinking about it, I'm still going. Y'all ain't gonna kill my passion if I got a passion.
Your work ethic, I honestly think you would be successful. I think I can do your work ethic. I think you could cut lawns with the old school push lawnmower, the one that you just push and
it ain't even got no motor on it.
They ain't got no motor.
That's the one that take less gas, Jay Black. I'm surprised that you got that big old gas guzzler.
Yeah, you might want to get an electric lawnmower. Do they even
you don't believe in me? And I was gonna cut you in on it, like, yo, it could be the
First of all, do I look like I got the work ethic? Do I look like I'm cutting grass with asthma? I would be cutting grass with an inhaler in my right hand and a vape in my left hand.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Mike got asthma, he got allergies, he got all kinds of stuff going on.
I cut grass my whole life. You don't understand. In Willingboro, New Jersey, we had a lawn that went uphill. We had one of them hills the lawn went uphill, which is fun in the wintertime because when it snowed, we could slide down the hill. But in the summertime, and then we had this big ass backyard, and my dad ain't give a damn I had asthma. And my dad wouldn't even let me cut the front one day and cut the back the next day.
He wanted his yards matching.
He would say the front and the back needs to be cut today. And I had to put the bag on the lawnmower, which means when the bag gets full, you got to change the bag. You got to unload the bag because he did not want grass. So Mom, let me tell you something.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm scratching my face right here. I'm scratching now just about it.
And mind you, at this whole time, when I'm doing this, I weigh 120 pounds. The lawnmower might weigh almost 75% of what I weigh the lawnmower weighed. I was dying in the summertime. I wish I would cut some damn grass. What's Shaquisa? What was her comment?
I'm trying to get that 150.
Yes.
Startup.
I need 150 in the next 6 months. And me and D-Lee did
And
have
you're
a
gonna
talk.
get it. You're gonna get it.
I told my wife, I said, if I know Shawnee, she's already reached out to D-Lee and set this conversation up.
We already talked.
That's good.
I be telling people, don't tell Shawnee you want to talk and don't really want to talk.
You changing up your.
I got you. She said,
a fashion designer.
I would support you, and I would say, hey, talk to Lady Q because she's getting into it too. Y'all can bounce ideas off each other. See, that will be my feedback, Don. I wouldn't say, Don, you couldn't be a fashion designer.
Hold on, you want to know a secret, y'all? I love the way fashion designers dress. Like if I ever came back in a different life, I would dress totally different. Like, but I wouldn't be able to know y'all because y'all wouldn't like me then.
What?
I need to dress. I love the way them fashion just. I like how over the top they dress for real, yo. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I really love how over the top they dress. But I'd have to lose like 15, 20 pounds in order for it to look right on it. All right. So yesterday, yesterday something happened yesterday that's never happened on this show. After we did the show, normally we get into something, right? And then like 3 hours later, I'm like, why did we get so passionate about that? That wasn't even a big fucking deal, right? And then I all the time, I'm like, yo, that really wasn't a big deal. Like, I don't understand why it got so out of control. And then, but yesterday, at like 5 o'clock at night, that Will Smith and Chris Rock really is a big fucking deal, y'all. Like, it really is a big deal. Like every once in a while, I think about it almost like you ever go through something traumatic, like you were in a car accident and it flashes back. Mm-hmm. Like every once in a while, it flashes back that Will Smith smacked this dude in real life.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is a big deal.
On the plane.
Yeah, right. Then you think about it.
Like, it happened to me on the plane. I was like, that was like a historical moment.
Don't tell that to Shaquisa because she don't believe it's real. But there's still some non-believers out there that think it's fake.
I don't, but my thing is, why would they fake that? What would be
Hey, Leslie.
What would be the positive on their side? Why would they fake it? Like
to get the Oscars kicked up, to get the FCC kicked up, to get all this thing to jeopardize losing.
Chris Rock is about to go on tour, a comedic
tour. But it's already sold out.
Yeah, but it's Chris Rock. He don't need no extra
around him. Him and Kevin Hart are already sold out.
I like me a good theory, like a good.
That's all it is. Black folk trying to be conspiracy theories. Now look,
why is it just black folks? What's your problem with black folks?
Because y'all don't support. Y'all didn't support me.
You're black. You know that, right? You know that you're black and you're dark and you're dark skin and you're dark. You ain't yellow. You ain't yellow.
But go ahead, Mike. Where you were saying that it was a big deal. You was in hindsight. You was like, "This is a
big deal." And then the more I thought about it, the weirder it got. Like the more I watch the video, the more I see Will is weird because
he was right. Jada's the devil. I'm sorry, I was reading down.
Jada's the devil. Like literally.
Why is she the devil?
If you watch the video, he's laughing and then looks at her. It was almost like he was a robot. And she gave him no, Shawnee, I swear on everything. I'm not trying to debate this because this is just a small part. He literally laughed and looked.
Right.
Mm-hmm. She rolled his eyes. He immediately jumped up. It's almost like she had some Illuminati control over this dude.
Like it seemed like it just like the joke had just really registered what he said.
No,
because she was laughing and then her face was like,
and then she rolled her eyes. I was on an IG live with Lunel. Oh, we gotta have Lunel on the show.
I love
have her back on the show.
Have her back on the show.
Yeah, we gotta have her back.
I love her.
Lunel, she went all the way in.
What did Lunel say?
Did she blame Jada too?
She was like, "This dude Will." Like, I don't know what's going on in that household, but I ain't never seen a man jump up like that for no reason. Like, dog, it's weird. And then Will, after he does it, does the crazy smile and laugh, and then starts sitting there with now all of a sudden that laugh he does is super uncomfortable now. Now that laugh is super uncomfortable forever. It's a weirdo laugh. Like, y'all don't know these Hollywood types is weird. Like first of all, I did not know Will Smith is a Scientologist. He's in the same religion as Tom Cruise.
Yeah, most of them are.
Most of them are.
No, a lot of them escaped from it. Like they got like this is a whole different. This ain't even a religion. This is some made up shit.
I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah,
no. If you look at the history,
I'm not gonna say that.
No.
I'm not touching that.
It was made up.
Why would the Academy be involved with something just to get Chris Rock more ticket sales or Will Smith more book sales? The Academy would not be down with that. This was not a planned thing. This is not.
Man was just sick and tired of being sick and
tired.
At
the state.
My understanding, and I shared this with y'all yesterday in the little chat, is that they went over this in rehearsal. Will told Chris, "Don't
Chris
do
never
that
did
joke."
the jokes in rehearsal, by the way.
Well, I'm just the little thing that I sent y'all.
And Amy Schumer wrote the joke.
And
all these allegedly, listen to that.
He tried to laugh it off because it looked like he was just trying to laugh it off. But when he looked at
and take that down, because I know where you got that from, Jay. Don't even put that up. I know it. That's my boy. You got from that you got that from Craig's Facebook. Don't you ever post
with his face. No, Chris Rock said
he's not going to be our resource because he's not going to be our source. That's my dude. I mean,
we go with that.
Where's the research department when you need it? Where's our research department?
We're gonna have paragraphs after paragraphs.
Wait, so you said that Chris Rock's apology is fake? This is fake?
I Googled all night trying to find
couldn't find it
at all. I ain't find that nowhere.
It's not on his page.
No, I didn't see it nowhere. I'm just saying we better make sure that we go to Chris Rock's page or something and find it before we just start posting.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
I just think Will got fed up. It happens. It happens.
He's controlled by that devil.
That's his wife.
He's controlled.
That is his wife.
I mean, yeah. There's a difference between a wife and a husband, and a husband controlling somebody.
Wow.
This is his wife of 100 years, however long they've been married. I mean, come on.
This is the same wife that had sex with one of her kids' friends.
Yes,
you don't have a problem with that.
You don't have a problem with that. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
With one of her
what has to do with you then? This ain't got nothing to do with you either.
It has nothing to do with me. But these people don't. They live their life. They put it on display.
They're weird.
They ain't never sat down and talked about nobody else's weird behavior and stuff that they do. They've never attacked anybody else. That's my thing. It's like we keep adding fuel to the fire on them. That's what they doing. That's what they do, and they happy.
They weird.
They happy
because they weird.
He got.
First of all, don't say they happy because he don't look happy at all.
Well, he can leave.
Will doesn't look happy.
No, he doesn't. That man looks defeated.
Well, if he really that unhappy, then he can leave. Like he left his first wife. He can leave. He's a grown man.
Illuminati is the religion they belong to. Yes, I've been trying to tell y'all, and everybody thinks they just regular folks. They not.
They are regular folks at the end of the day.
Mm.
At the end of the day, they put their pants on one leg at a time, just like we do.
But they don't
got more money than us.
They don't live regular folk life. They got obligations that they have that they got to answer. They got to answer the higher ups.
Yes.
In order to get there are people that are chosen, and they got to answer to the higher ups. And when they decide this is what you're gonna do, this is what you're gonna do. That was the first time an all-black staff cast and workers doing the Oscars. And we have Will show out because his manhood was broken. I'm just.
I mean, but y'all act like white folks don't do this stuff. That's
when they do that at the Oscars.
They give me. I don't know at the Oscars, but I'm gonna sit down and research it. But some stuff done popped off before between two white men at a place where we would have thought that this wouldn't happen. That's
We don't have a problem with Jada sleeping around. Why should we have a problem with it?
If Will don't got a problem with it, because people always bringing up the August Alsina reference, which is completely different. But if he knew about that or whatever, if Will ain't got a problem, why does it?
How do we know he doesn't have a problem with it?
Because he stayed with her.
I mean, but we don't know what conversations were had at that house. It's not like Will didn't know August was staying in the house. Like he knew all of it. He wasn't invisible. So you don't really know the parameters of all of that. They told us what they wanted us to know about that situation. And if that's how they get down and they want to have threesomes and sleep with their kids' friends and they're
First
working
of all,
their house, that's their business.
whoa. No, you don't get to sleep with your kids' friends, and we just put that under the rug. R. Kelly went to jail for that shit. You don't get to sleep
if they kids grown, if they kids friends grown.
Yeah, what was the circumstances behind all that?
Wait,
I don't remember
we're
that
not
story.
gonna have your mom sleep with your son's friends, and we're gonna say that's okay.
I didn't say that it was okay.
Okay, so let's be clear.
But what I'm saying is that if that works in their house, they ain't coming to stay in my house. That's all. I'm saying.
But we do know as a parent that's not good parenting.
Well,
to
no,
sleep with
I
your
wouldn't
friends.
be sleeping with my kids' friends. That's
Nobody
me.
should be sleeping with their kids'
But
friends.
it's people that's not Will and Jada. That's regular people that work at the Walmart or the factory or whatever, and they sleep with their friends, with their kids'
and that's
friends.
not right. And it's not right.
And how old was the kid?
It's not right.
I don't know.
All I know is she was in her 40s or 50s sleeping with her kids' friends, and that's disgusting. So let's keep it the way we would keep it if we were talking about a normal, since we want to call them normal.
No,
let's judge them.
Just said they're not traditional. They're not traditional.
I don't care if they're traditional. You still can't sleep with your kids' friends.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying.
Well, let's keep it there. I'm tired of
those are our beliefs, though, Mike.
No. In society, there are rules.
Yeah,
okay?
But everybody don't follow them rules.
And no matter how much money you got, you're going to be called out on it. And I'm so tired right now of Will being given a pass for doing disrespectful shit because he was mad. That's not how the world works. The world don't work like that, since we want to call them normal. You don't get to get up at an Oscars and smack a person because you mad. You don't get to do that. Like I'm so tired of this whole Will love fest. What you did was fucked up.
And he apologized, right?
Yes, I know he apologized because now it's damn.
Do we accept it? Do we accept it?
Listen, dog. He doesn't care if I accept it. He doesn't care if I accept it. But I will say this. People are so blind that people literally cheered for him smacking Chris Rock live on television. That's where society is going right now. Not a conversation. And the excuse is they told him not to say it. Who the fuck are they? Who are they to tell another human being what they can and cannot say?
The people that you know is going to affect in an emotional way.
Dude, I don't care. You're not going to tell me. You're not a king.
But that's not fair, Mike, because
you're not going to do a special needs joke if you got any special needs. No, in a special needs crowd. Like,
okay, well, that go back to then you contradicting what you saying. You talking about these rules of society. Then everybody should treat everybody with respect. Why would you? Now it's the rule, but you just got through saying that he was out of line. You don't do that just because you're upset.
Freedom of speech because you think Trump, you're bigger than that. Like
you can't physically stop it, but societal norms is kind of what dictates our behavior. So if you know that it is not normalized to talk about maybe a special needs person or joke about a special needs person.
It happens every day in comedy.
But it's not normalized behavior to where it's an acceptable societal norm. It's not.
You know what's funny? I can get on stage and say whatever I want about Donald Trump, and y'all will have no problem with it, even if they request me not to.
Because some of it is probably true,
because y'all like Will, y'all think you should be not Will. You're not supposed to be allowed to.
I don't know Will from a can or nothing.
First of all, did anybody say y'all knew him?
Well, you said we like him.
We like him. I like a lot of people. I like Chris Rock too.
I appreciate his portfolio.
So do you like him?
I don't know the nigga,
so you don't like him.
I don't know. I don't know. So I don't know.
So now we don't like celebrities. They're not celebrities.
I appreciate his work, but I don't know that. But it's just like when these comedians were after white comedians was up there saying nigga, everybody got mad. Well, then don't get mad about the white folks saying nigga.
Who was saying that?
Yeah, the one from Seinfeld. They got
yes, he got in trouble and he got canceled for
it. But why?
Because you can't.
If y'all can get up there and talk about people with special needs and crack jokes on people that have these issues, why they can't say nigga?
No, just speaking to the point in general, because you said you can say whatever you
can say
want.
whatever. Then let them say whatever.
Y'all do this all the time. Y'all go off the beaten trail to try and prove your point. Y'all can't never just say. The point is Will Smith cannot dictate what gets said on stage because he catches feelings. Because if that's
about
the case,
me, I can't tell you.
No, you can't. Then don't go to the Oscars.
Well, and it's up to you if you still want to say. You know that this is a problem for me, and you still personally wants to make that attempt and attack. You got to deal with the hands. You got to deal with the consequences.
No, you don't. That's not how this goes.
That's the chances you're taking.
No,
wait, is that not the chances you're taking?
What Will did was he broke the law. What I did is I didn't break the law. I hurt your feelings. Will broke the law.
But that's the chance you're taking, though, right?
That's nothing, Jay. You can get mad at somebody at the comedy club.
Out of them if you want to, if it offends you. That's your choice.
You can get mad and you can be offended. You cannot attack somebody and smack them and break the law. You can catch feelings and do whatever you want. But we're not going to make it because that means every celebrity in that audience can do the same damn thing.
But I'm just saying personally, if you know that this is a problem and I express that to you.
That's the problem. You don't care.
And you still go ahead. That's what we call disrespect.
No, the problem is
you had no regard for my feelings or how this is going to affect my family.
Think your personal feelings go above and beyond everybody else's personal feelings. You think that I can't talk about you, but I can talk about everybody else. No, Will, that's not how it goes in America.
I don't even think it was the fact that somebody was talking about him. I think it was more so topic specific than anything.
That's the most ridiculous thing, that we are really applauding this dude and getting up and smacking somebody.
It's not applauding.
Well, I'm not talking about you, but there are a lot of people applauding. And the ignorance
I did. I applauded him. I sure did.
For what? For getting up and being ignorant?
Yeah, because he was disrespectful and he shouldn't have done it.
You don't get to smack people because they're disrespectful.
Well, he got to do it and he didn't go to jail. So he did it.
It's weird.
You know, and I know. And everybody got their opinions, and I said it.
And it's wrong. And it's wrong. And it's wrong.
It was wrong for Chris Rock to do that.
It was wrong. No, it's wrong for me to say something, and you could say something back. See, in court, that would be an equal thing. You can say something back. You can heckle me. You can't touch another person because of that.
Now, Chris Rock crossed the line. He pushed it too far. He know he did, because if somebody got up there and said, if he said, "Don't keep my kids out of this. Don't say nothing about Lola and whatever the other little girl is, do it." Chris Rock is not about to just sit there and be like, "Okay, no, those are his daughters."
I don't care what. You cannot justify getting up and smacking somebody
at the expense of anybody. You cringe when you do cringe. But as an individual, you get to be offended, and you choose how you handle it. So so it's up to the end. Like I said it, people cringe when they watch it. Now it's up to me how I go address my.
And the bullshit is that Oscars, he should have been removed because anybody else would have been removed from there for smacking somebody.
I think that once they broke and who was it, Denzel and Tyler pulled him to the side and basically probably told the Academy, "We got it." And he sat down. There wasn't future altercation. I think that they assessed the situation.
Never in history have you been at a public event and got up anywhere and smacked somebody who was on stage.
Well, we're not Will Smith or any of the entertainers either. I'm saying any of the entertainers. They wouldn't have escorted Matthew McConaughey or any of those people out if that happened. They would have assessed the situation, made sure that it wasn't moving further, and they would have set their asses down.
We have seen comedians say so much worse about people, and we are so offended. We have seen comedians, I've seen comedians every day say shit that's so much worse. Richard Pryor and everybody has said shit that's so much worse about people. And Will gets away with it.
Says you have to respect your co-host and your peoples. LOL, calm down, Mike.
It wasn't a co-host. He wasn't a co-host.
They talking about us.
They talking about us. Oh, you gotta respect us.
I ain't respecting these squares. I like these squares on fire. All right. So we can go back. We can go back.
James K. Williams. Look how Tiffany Haddish handled that white reporter who tried to embarrass her on her outfit.
Well, yeah, she gave her the business.
Yeah.
But I give the reporter credit. The reporter was like, "Yeah, I just died. Time of death, 5 years." Because she called it a costume. I don't think she meant anything by it, but she called it you had a costume change.
Your
and,
little costume change. Your little costume.
See, and you can't call you can't call folks little stuff with your your little job. You still at that little job.
Yeah, you still got that little job. Once
you still got that little thing you do.
You add little to anything. I don't care what. You got that little money. You got that little raise.
You got that little, that funky raise.
You got that little raise. Oh, don't say funky raise because y'all might as well fight. Y'all might as well you say
triggers
and traumas.
I don't even know how the word funky got so bad. Like you got that little funky raise with your little funky job and your funky kid. Oh, you got to shoot somebody now.
That's enough to make you. Yeah, you do a whole 360.
I'm guilty of using that little word, but I don't mean nothing by it when I say it. Oh, I say you got your little haircut, Jay Black. That's a compliment. That's a compliment.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Jay Black got his little dreams popping this morning. Right. Be a landscaper.
No.
You got his little dreams popping.
You know, you cannot say little when you talk about anything on a man. I learned that early in age. You cannot say little when you talk about nothing to a man.
When a woman goes like this, you got that little attitude today.
You got that little attitude today.
What?
Little attitude.
I think the only thing worse than that is when a woman look at you and say, "What you mad? Oh, what you mad?
What you?
I'm gonna show you mad when these fingerprints around your throat. I'm gonna make you mad. I'm gonna show you mad.
You're acting like a little bitch right now.
Yeah,
you acting like a little. Why you acting like a little girl?
Yeah, and that ain't even politically correct no more. You can't even say you act like a little girl.
Poking the bear, just poking the bear.
Stink ass coochie bitch. What? Where we going?
Happy holidays.
At least it ain't no little old coochie,
right?
Yeah. We know it ain't. I'm talking to my girl. We know it ain't a little coochie. Your whore ass. You're deep into the pool, coochie having mother. Coochie need chlorine. Who want to fight today? Did y'all talk about presidents not knowing what a burner phone
is?
Presidents know what a burner phone is. They just don't call it that hood.
They just don't call it. Yeah, that belongs to us in the hood.
Trust
Sean.
me. They had the original burner phones. Trust. They just don't call it a burner phone. Okay, so there's a drink out just to change things up, and I'll see if y'all like it or not because I don't. So, did y'all hear about Pepsi? This right here. Let me see if I get Mo in the club. Pepsi and
I am all the way dead.
Oh, you're dead?
Yeah.
No phone always.
Like
I'm about you a charger.
So what? I told you I caught that late flight and.
James K. Williams, all my life I had to fight. I had to fight white folks. I had to fight Will. I'll be damned if I had to fight for saying little to me.
From my favorite movie, Color Purple.
All right, so Pepsi and IHOP came together and made a drink. What do you think? What have y'all seen?
Pepsi and IHOP.
Pepsi and IHOP came together.
That is an unusual collab.
They're getting close, Shorty.
Oh my God!
Is it a waffle? Chicken and waffles?
Nope, it is a maple syrup soda.
Y'all can keep it. Y'all can keep it.
Maple syrup soda.
I use that to put my meat on the grill or something with. Like I soak my meat in something in, like my chicken or something in that. I couldn't see drinking that.
Maple syrup soda. I have never been at IHOP, right? And been about to pour the syrup on the pancakes and fuck these pancakes and just take it to the head. I've never even thought about doing it.
And this is Pepsi.
Pepsi and IHOP.
Yeah, because Pepsi weird. Coke would never. Coke would never. Yes, Pepsi, it is.
Yeah. Pepsi is the Will Smith of soda. Pepsi is weird. Pepsi is a weirdo.
Pepsi is weird. They always trying to do something different. Just
Will Smith spoke back to you, or he liked your comment.
And I should have known he was weird then, because why the hell would he like my comment? You weirdo.
You need to reach back out to him and see if you get him on the show.
I'm good. You know how crazy? Do you know how crazy that would be if Will Smith came on the show?
You should try.
You should try. You never know.
Just call Charlie Mack. Go ahead, Mike. They always together. You probably just get him real quick on the phone.
Or your homeboy Skeeter, what's his name?
Skeet Carter,
Skeet
comedian.
Carter.
He's right there.
I don't know why when you said Skeeter, it sounded crazy, but it is Skeet Carter. Damn, Tan said soak my meat.
Yeah, y'all know y'all done soaked y'all meat in Mountain Dew and Sprite and all kinds of stuff before you put it on the grill.
Damn, I'm glad you're childish because I tried to let that go.
I was like, ooh, something
I tried
new.
to soak my meat.
Y'all would soak y'all meat in that.
Y'all don't soak y'all chicken before y'all grill it.
Nah, I ain't soaked my meat in a long time. It was a rough weekend. I had to soak my meat on Monday. I said, "Yo, I'm gonna just soak this.
Soak your meat Mondays.
Soak your meat.
Soaking my meat Mondays with maple syrup. What? Yeah, I saw that and I was like, that's not cool. Jane said the Little Debbie ice cream was on point, but Pepsi and IHOP making a drink together is like Will and Chris hugging it out. It ain't gonna work. But Little Debbie's ice cream, I don't like Little Debbie's ice cream.
I never even knew that they had ice cream.
I thought I was expecting so much more, but the zebra cake one, I was eating that one, and they put chunks of zebra cake in it once you start in it. But the oatmeal cream pie, it just tastes like vanilla ice cream.
So you never been? Well, you've been to Philly, right, Shawnee?
Yeah.
Have you? This is what I don't like. What's the icy place that has the ices that have like if you get strawberry, it really has strawberries in it? What is the place that we used to be on South Street, the famous place in Philly? I do not like my icy.
South Street.
Yeah, it has Rita's.
Oh, you said famous. Rita's is everywhere.
I'm like,
Rita's.
I didn't know Rita's for being on South Street. I didn't know that. Is there Rita's in Texas?
Rita's. Well, I don't know about. So there's Rita's is a Philadelphia thing, and it expanded to Jersey. And I think that some people, it's like a whole lot of money just to get the Rita's name. It's crazy.
I hate having real strawberries.
So you might not have it down there.
In my strawberry icy. I hate that.
When you sip it, it's not an icy, it's a water ice. And when you sip it through the straw, you get chunks of strawberries in the water ice. It's good.
That's like the drink they make at
Sonic. What'd you say?
That's like the drink they make at Sonic. They do that at Sonic.
I don't like that.
Oh, right. You talking about a route 44 drink?
Well, like if you get a strawberry something, like
or a cherry limeade,
then they put strawberries, like real strawberries in it, and I'm like, that's okay. Nah.
I
don't like real fruit. I know a lot of people like you stupid. Like that's the whole thing. That makes it more authentic. That there's really
and how are you Puerto Rican and you don't like fruit in your like the fruit drink?
You like them particles in his mouth?
I don't like none of them particles in my mouth. If there are particles in my mouth, we gonna pause. I'm like, wait a second.
Oh, Sharonda on IG said there is a Rita's in Houston and there's one in Arlington.
Okay.
There is one in
Arlington. Somebody's opened up a franchise.
One in Arlington. You're right.
Well, I have to go check it out.
You have to check it out. And every Rita's is not created equal. I'm just gonna put it out there.
I'm gonna check it out.
Rita's water ice is overrated like Philly cheesesteaks. Philly cheesesteaks might be the most overrated
you get to a pretzel and you get you a water ice.
Whenever you make a cheesesteak and you put cheese whiz on it, I said y'all got to
make a cheesesteak with cheese whiz.
In Philly,
you have cheese whiz.
Oh, you can
have your cheese whiz if you can have you can have whatever cheese you want.
First of all, speaking of meat, it'd be some thin ass sliced meat. It'd be some skinny ass cheesesteaks. Everybody
where you be going?
Geno's is whack.
Nobody really he said Geno's. Yeah, nobody goes to Geno's.
Where did you go?
Out of towners.
Well, the one across the street from Geno's, right next to it, that's whack too. I forgot that race.
That's Pat's.
That's the commercial ones that everybody. Yeah.
Pat's was good. I think Pat's was my first. That was my first cheesesteak there in the East.
It's everybody like implant. If you come visit, it's everybody's first stop for whatever reason.
Any money, there ain't one cheesesteak in Philly that's better than Catano's in Jersey. Not one cheesesteak better than Catano's.
I'm a big Ishkabibbles fan. I've been to Ishkabibbles.
That's
so many
another overrated one.
I do like Ishkabibbles because the meat is like you got meat. Yeah,
you're bugging.
But chicken cheesesteaks.
Anytime y'all visit Philly, hit South Street.
Where is Ishkabibbles?
It's on South Street.
When we come, Jay, you have to take us to Ishkabibbles.
Please, you're gonna be looking forward to it. Then you're just gonna be like, how is it? Like, it's good. Watch, you're gonna be like, it's good.
We need to take her on like a tour, like a Taste of Philly tour.
Yeah.
To where she gets like all of the Philly staple foods, like the water ice, the big soft pretzel.
I got like 5 things.
What? It's called the Taste of Philly.
When we do the Taste of Philly, we'll be done in an hour.
In an hour?
We'll be done in an hour.
Because South Jersey got a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you gotta go over to South Jersey.
And then
you gotta have
I'm trying to clown.
Then come to South Jersey, and I'll take you to spots. Then I'll take you to my spots, and literally you will not. You'll go straight to the hotel and go to sleep.
Okay. Well, we're there, May. We're there, May. Flights are already booked, so we're there.
Take her through Camden. Go ahead, Mike. Take her all around.
No, I don't want to go back.
Take her through Take her through 5th Street. How about you take her through 5th Street off of North Philly? Take her there and see the porches. And see how
that's a little gentrified now. That's a little gentrified now.
Oh, that 5th Street's still there. I know that street. Yeah.
All right. Can we talk about? We never got on a roller coaster. The kid. We never talked about him.
And speaking of kids, I shall return.
That ain't no fun. Talking
I
about
mean,
that
you have to address it. I mean, it's real. I mean, it happened.
So this tragic situation happened, and every time I get on a ride, I've always thought this. Like, it's because when I was a kid, I didn't care. So he gets on this ride, this tower of whatever. Where all it does, which I've never understood, it just goes up like 500 feet in the air and drops you. The ladies in the meats today, y'all doing an Arby's commercial. That's hilarious. And then it drops him. Now the kid is 6'5",
340.
340. And they said he could get it. Now he couldn't get on any other rides. And they let him get on this ride. And the poor kid comes out and comes out of the situation, or whatever happens, he passes away. I don't even know as a parent how you keep going after that when somebody tells you some shit like that. My prayers go out to his parents, because I'm done.
Yeah.
Done with what?
I'm done.
Like he doesn't.
I don't know how to function after that.
Right.
When you get that phone call.
I did. We're gonna talk about it later.
Yeah, Trendsetter, we got you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and I guess with I think I said this to you separately. It's the kid couldn't get on any other ride, so he was excited that they allowed him on this ride. Like, it was like, oh, okay, I finally can get on a ride. I'm 14. I'm with my homies. I want to have fun too. But
the thing is, we go to these amusement parks and we trust
the
operators, right? Because they're supposed to know what they're doing. We trust them like we trust doctors, to know exactly what it is that they're doing. And really, these are just employees.
I trust
them. They're not versed on the machines like that. And you can clearly tell, because a lot of times when you go to amusement parks, they'll say, oh, like they check each one of the harness on everybody as they're going around to make sure that it's fully locked.
But
you can see that it doesn't even appear like it's locked.
Down. Yeah, because he's 340, he couldn't come down and lock in. But that's at some point, ain't it on? I'm not saying he in no shape, form, or fashion. My thought was, why didn't me as the patron, why couldn't I speak up and say, wait, play. I'm sliding out of here. Like, I'm
on ride back, and like what's that? If you were to be sliding.
So you speak it out.
Of like, I can't believe you're not going to get on that ride, and especially with my dad. My dad's a enthusiast, an extreme enthusiast, or what do they call them? Extremists, adventure. Yeah. So he likes anything that drops you, spins you. Like he will get on the most craziest ride. So when we were in Dubai, there's a ride in Abu Dhabi that Porsche has. If you go to Porsche, they have a roller coaster that goes 280 miles per hour.
Who needs to go that fast, yo? Who needs?
But people were lined up and paying this a very high price just to get on this ride. So,
hell,
my fiance was like, "You don't want to go?" I was like, "Hell to the no! Why would I want to get on something that shoots? I mean, and it goes really fast, really quick."
You ever go on that roller coaster in Vegas by the New Yorker? I don't know. It might not still be there.
It comes from inside of the hotel, right?
Yeah, but then it goes outside.
No.
I got
no.
I got on that. What else? And then we did all the Six Flags roller coasters. There's only one that's devastating that I couldn't. That one was really hurt me. Like I was really because I don't understand why do we pay to get terrified?
Yeah, to be scared. Yeah, and
it is beyond me because that is not my thing. That's not my twist. Yeah, no. Anything that drops you is not my thing.
That ride dropped for over, it was 400 plus feet, and then it dropped at 75 miles an hour.
Right.
So, and then you're not strapped in. I mean, it's no way for you to hold yourself.
It's not even any way for you to hold yourself in.
Well, imagine when you realize that you are now out the seat and it's over. Like when you fall out.
He felt it coming up. He told his friends, if I don't make it down, tell my mom and dad I love them. Like that was his last words for his friends, his best friends. That was his last words. Because as it's coming down, your body weight, like going up, of course you're good because you're just sitting there. But when it starts to drop,
right,
boom. And they showed the video of him falling out. That was tragic. That literally was tragic.
Now, I don't this doesn't matter because it just doesn't matter. But obviously the lawsuit is going to be an open and shut lawsuit because this is going to be, you know what I mean? Like, who was the attendant that allowed this guy to go?
Where's the video? Shani's supposed to have uploaded
the guy was talking, but again, you're talking about a lot of these attendees are college students, high school students work at these amusement parks, attending these rides for like part-time jobs.
And I don't get on any ride.
Well, they're not engineers. They're not, they're not.
None of them are. At Six Flags, they're all 12 years old.
Yes.
This is it right here.
How you going? 430 feet.
That's great.
Coming down 75 miles per hour.
Why doesn't this have like the little clip twist? Like the seatbelt? Yeah.
You know who Pennywise is?
But that was the attendant in the red. He was telling them, y'all going up 400 and some odd feet.
But why did they check his harness again?
Because you could clearly see it wouldn't go all the way down.
Right.
Like if you look at his friends next to her, there's much lower.
Oh my god.
And then his it wouldn't even go down.
Oh my god.
But he's busy giving them the rundown. It's $12 to get on the ride. And if the more people, the faster it drops. It can go 80 miles. Like he's literally going through the motions, telling them all excited about the ride, but not checking seats.
That is horrendous.
And I think they got Ben Crump. I'm not sure if I saw that correctly, but I think Ben Crump
tragic. And it's something that could have been avoided. It's not even, and it goes from safety protocol. It's something that could have been avoided. It's not like something that wasn't viewable. He knew that boy, he had to know that the boy was too big for the ride.
But I think, Mike, when I said that to you about speaking out, because I'm always talking about speaking your mind. I think you said we don't train our kids to speak their mind. No, we force them, go give your uncle a hug or go do that. Like, we don't encourage people to speak their mind.
I don't like that one. I don't like that one.
I don't do that one at all.
But in general, that's what parents do, though, right? They're not speak your mind. Be able to professionally express your thoughts without changing the narrative, being rude and ignorant. That's my whole thing. Speak your thoughts without changing the narrative.
I tell every parent, tell your kids to question everything. Everything.
Well, we always tell our kids, you ain't got to be scared. It's nothing to be scared of, but their fear is real. You have to think, just like our fear, some of the things that we're fearful of. If somebody's not scared of roller coasters and Mike, you like to get on them and just, go, you might say to somebody, like, what you scared for? It ain't nothing.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna be a hypocrite. I tried to get the twins to get on a roller coaster and I was like, oh, we at in Disney World. Like, just come on. I'm gonna get back on IG Live in a minute because they're about to count down.
Well, yeah, they Facebook then dropped. I saw that. I don't know what happened. Facebook having some issues. It looked like we said something that they dropped. Facebook is not even live right now.
We said something about Scientology.
We said
that's that will.
I saw when it went. Like it's on YouTube right now.
Scientology.
That's why Shani and I both said that we weren't going to speak on it. We just gonna call it the S word.
I don't live out there. If Scientology is the key word, and then see that and I think that's the bigger problem I have. I think that's the bigger problem I have. That when people in power start telling you what you can and cannot say, it's a slippery slope that we get when we allow people. And I'm not gonna get into the whole thing. Forget Will and Jada, people of celebrity status, when they can start dictating what you can say, it's a problem. You are a celebrity. All you do is act. That's all you are. You're an actor. It's not a big deal, yo. You have a talent. Great. Don't give a fuck. You have a talent. All you celebrities, including me as comedians, all we are is your escape that you pay for, and you get us, and then you get to go back home. Yup, Mo, control the control they have.
And it's good to have an escape. It's good to have that funny moments, to see a 2-hour movie just to get away, and that's all, or to watch it. Like that's your escape time. We all need it. Everything shouldn't be, stressful. That's why I go to Stacey Mitchell's IG page all the time, because she's hilarious.
Yes, she is.
Full of energy and life and vigor, and don't care and let it loose. And that's good to have those moments.
Yeah, but this Orlando thing that's really sad. That's so unnecessary. And the lawsuit, I don't go on any rides at a carnival. I don't do carnivals.
I think Jeanette said something about a state fair. You don't do them pop-ups?
I don't do state fairs. I don't do any of that, because all y'all doing is moving.
So those are the worst. The state fairs and the local fairs are the worst. Because they throw them things up so fast. It's like an accident waiting to happen.
But you feel like they got to be inspected. They have to be checked.
Yeah,
so that's why I don't think it's the ride. I think it's the people, like you were saying.
Right. So when you have people throwing stuff up and having to meet a deadline, right? If something falls off, you think they're going to say, oh, this fell off, so we're going to lose all of this money from this ride. They're going to try to fix it. They're going to try to rig it. They're going to try to do all kinds of things. I have seen my son get on a ride, like a little kiddie ride, and they wanted to take the seatbelt, and it had a knot in it.
Yeah,
like they tied a knot in it to fix it.
That's what's holding it together.
That was what was holding it together. I was like, absolutely not. Come on. And he was so upset because he wanted to get on this little ride. And I was like, yeah, not today. Not today. Not with the twist tie little seatbelt.
Just get your ass out that bumper car and come get this maple syrup soda.
Right. This candy apple.
It's a vape. It's just a vape.
It's still smoke.
No, it's not smoke. It's a vape.
I saw smoke.
It's
still smoke.
It's still smoke. No matter how you try to justify it.
You're still getting the tar.
You one of the people who smoke indoors and argue with the staff. You want to go to IHOP and say, well, this is just a vape.
Yeah, I do. I have.
They try to sneak do it.
In New Jersey, it's no smoking indoors. So how? So you try to justify, tell them that.
Let me tell you how full of shit Jersey is. They'll be like, no smoking inside, but you can do a hookah. What?
Oh yeah.
What?
Yes.
You wait a second. You can blow that out, but we can't smoke in. Man, shut up, Jersey. Jersey and their weirdos.
It's something with the vapors.
So yeah, and then we can get to
Jesse. Want to talk? I think you want to talk about Jesse Williams. I'm not sure.
Jesse Williams.
Yes.
All right. So Jesse Williams. Yes. For those who don't know, I can only describe him. If you watch Grey's Anatomy, the light-skinned guy with the what color eyes does he have?
Beautiful. He has like sea green eyes. He used to be a teacher before he was an actor.
Thank you. Vape is nothing. Thank you.
Let me try to pull a picture up. Jesse Williams.
So he's on Grey's Anatomy.
Ain't he from another country or something?
He was.
And Grey's Anatomy has been going on. I think Grey's Anatomy might be coming to an end soon, but it's been on for like 20 years.
And just for y'all for those who don't know, Jesse Williams is super, super, super woke. He definitely always talks about, the Black community and the things that we need to do in the Black community. So go ahead.
He was woke enough to leave his wife. So.
Oh, I think he got some bread. Oh, I remember that. I think I heard that he had a dark skin girl. He got.
No. His wife is light skinned. His wife is a light bright. She's not dark.
But he left the ugly, a less attractive person for a more attractive person. Something like that. I think I paid.
Whatever he is, he might have upgraded. I ain't mad if you're a woman or man. I ain't mad. Woman or man, you pop off. Look, Kevin had to upgrade. I love Torrey Hart, but Kevin had to upgrade too. Everybody has to upgrade in their own way. It happens. I get it. So he's on one of the longest running shows on network television, Grey's Anatomy, and he's popping. He's a main character.
There we go.
He ain't no sideline dude. He's a main character.
Yes.
Like he's a heartthrob.
Yes.
Women are watching because this dude, he's a good actor, very solid actor. He's a heartthrob. He's rocking. I think, if I read it correctly, he's making like $6 million. Well, he says he thought the show was going to end, so he left. How do you think the show was going to end?
Well, there were a lot of things behind the scenes that was going on with that show at that time, if you don't remember. What's the other black
well, he got kicked off because he called everybody the gay slur.
There was a few things. They were talking about behind the scenes that a lot of the actors were unhappy about. But
so he says, I thought it was going to end. Let me tell you something. If I'm making $6 million, let me tell you, this is when I know the show's over. Remember that scene in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the last show, where Will was by himself in the house?
I say watch it.
Yes.
When he's by himself in the house in the living room?
It did. That's when
that would be me on the set of Grey's Anatomy.
That ain't over till it's over.
It ain't over until I'm the last person and y'all tell me it's over and the lights go out. So he decides he wants to leave the show
before it ends on a high note. I get it. You want to, you don't want to be.
Well, he said that he wanted to pursue his career, in theater and broaden his career path from out of Grey's Anatomy.
You got a child support note that you got to hit every month.
40,000.
So you not just gonna go follow.
That's what
it was 40,000 a month, but he's making
40,000 a month.
He's making $6 million, so he's like, I'm good. But you want to go and be a deep actor. Well, guess what, homie? I normally am for the guys on this. If you want to leave a job that's making you $6 million to go pursue your acting career, the judge, if I'm the judge, is like, I'm not changing, I'm not modifying this child support. You made a conscious choice to leave a job that was paying you $6 million, knowing that you're paying $40,000 a month.
Well, he still has a job now. He does have an acting job, but he's making less than $2,000 a week on this play that he's in.
Wait, Mike. So you just said the judge shouldn't modify his court order when his income changed? His income changed.
No,
his income changed by law. By law, he should have to modify.
Yeah, but if you decided to leave the job, nothing gets modified.
I decided to take the job and it got modified to pay you more. You decided
to leave a $6 million job to go to follow your dream. Well, guess what? That $40,000 don't change.
You're wrong.
No, I ain't wrong.
You're wrong.
So he has two kids. He has two kids with his former wife, and so she doesn't work. Wow, she does hold a real estate license in New York, but she doesn't work, and she hasn't worked for quite some time. And she said basically, you shouldn't have quit your job.
You shouldn't.
Even make sense.
And so I think that coming from the spouse who doesn't work, telling the spouse who still works, you shouldn't have quit your job so that you can give me more money. I think that that's wrong.
We made an agreement. You knew
his
what
wife
the
is
agreement
very bitter,
was.
Lady Q.
I know she's bitter.
Mm-hmm.
But when you voluntarily leave a job that's paying you $6 million, that's on you. If you want to figure, if you lose the job, that's different. If you lose the job and the show is canceled, now I'm modifying with no problem.
How does that change? So it's only because he's an actor? Like this doesn't in real life.
You quit.
And people leave jobs all the time.
Oh, you can't
they try
quit.
Other things.
How about this, Jay Black? If I got a Bentley car note that's $2,000 a month and I leave my job and I call Bentley and say, hey guys, is there any way we can modify this car payment? Fuck no.
They want their money, or you got to lower. Now you're gonna have to go down to a Benz.
No, but you're gonna have to. You can't
but
go
you
down.
You gotta modify.
You gotta give it up. Kid. What you gonna do? Change kids?
No, what I'm saying is you gonna have to modify. You may not be moving the car at all.
If you voluntarily,
that's crazy. I can't leave my job just so I can pay child support. It's gonna get modified. It goes by your income. If my income changes, the child support.
But he's still gonna pay child support and in a reasonable amount of child support that could very well take care of the kids.
No, I'm not. You left a job that was paying you $6 million.
So is it okay that she doesn't work? Is it okay that she doesn't work?
I'm totally fine because when you knew what was going on, you left your job. You know how irresponsible. You know how irresponsible.
Irresponsible. I can't follow my dreams.
Irresponsible is for him to not have a job.
He is
That's irresponsible.
You know,
is for him not to have a job.
No, let me tell you what
he has a job.
Let me tell you what irresponsible is. To leave a job paying you $6 million to go get paid $2,000 a week.
Well, of course, in hindsight, he didn't know that.
Didn't you leave your job to go be a comedian? You wasn't making bread like that when you first started being a comedian.
Dude,
you left your job to start making.
I was making $9 an hour, and then I was making more money doing comedy.
No, you were not. You were
dog.
No, you get what I'm saying.
Dog, that is so irresponsible to leave a job when you know you taking care of your kids.
Yeah, Lady Q says Grey's Anatomy is a toxic work environment. Just about every actor says it is. He is still very capable of supporting his kids. She just don't want to work. And mind you, he was a teacher prior to landing Grey's Anatomy. So I think people are forgetting that it's not that he doesn't want to work and he's stopped working to avoid child support. He's asking for it to be lowered or modified based on his current salary. I don't think that's a problem.
Let me say something as a dad. Let me tell you that bullshit about working in a toxic environment. Let me tell you something as a dad. I worked in a toxic environment most of my life. I ain't never leave my job voluntarily because I wanted to do and make like 80% less. You took a job on purpose.
Some people have convictions about or epiphanies or a midlife, crisis turnaround or whatever you want to call it to say, hey, I'm only on this earth for a more amount of time. I want to pursue my dreams. I want to be able to say I lived in my true purpose. And maybe that's what he did.
I don't give a fuck about your true. When you're a parent, your true purpose don't mean shit.
He's not broke. He's not saying he won't support his kids. What he's asking for is a modification because he's not making the money that he used to.
Mike said it's irresponsible.
It's irresponsible to leave a job,
high-paying job.
Yes, when you got a family that you're taking care of. Jay Black, you gonna leave your job because you want to do landscaping?
If I got another job that's my vision and passion.
Hey, Jay, so you're gonna leave your job right now to go do landscaping because that's your passion.
If that was my passion and goal, and if I left that job, I'm gonna figure out how to make ends meet. But my modification is going to have to happen.
You can't get modified when you voluntarily left the job that was paying.
You can. My income changed. You can. That's the law. You can't keep it.
Jay,
well, the judge did say you have income potential. So a judge did say that to me before. Your income potential was here, but it still got modified.
Let me tell you what type of bitch you gotta be to literally know that you're taking care of your family, making $6 million.
And another grown person is probably dating somebody else and taking care of him.
I don't care. I'm a man. At the end of the day, I will take a toxic environment any day of the week if I'm taking care of my kids. I'm not blowing $6 million.
You're no good to your kids if you ain't right, Mike.
Oh, stop, Jay. Stop acting like a little girl right now.
No, that's the truth. I can't be in a toxic environment.
We worked in a toxic environment for 4 years and we never quit. Stop.
Mike, to each his own. But if it got to that degree, I can understand somebody leaving.
No, I don't, because
we were on like the money was the right. So
my
that
kids, I'm making $6 million and I've gotten my kids to where they are used to living with where they're living. It's not that I lost the job. Is that my selfish ass decided I want to do something different? No, bitch. You got responsibilities.
Just because you're crazy.
The first thing as a parent, the first thing is your responsibility to take care of them kids.
You can get the link right now, Saquisa. If you got a comment, feel free. I'm trying to send this link out. If you got a comment,
ain't nobody leaving.
I'll send it to Saquisa.
Ain't nobody leaving a damn job because it's toxic. And I'm sitting up there and I know what I got to pay in child support.
His kids aren't going to be poor.
But I mean, you keep saying you got to be a responsible parent. She needs to get a job. She's the mom. She's the primary.
Listen. I'm not even debating that. I'm saying this dude knew the circumstance. He knew the entire circumstance. He was making $6 million at Grey's Anatomy. He decided he wanted to follow a passion, Shawnee, that was only going to pay him $2,000, not even $2,000 a week. He went from $6 million to follow his passion, and now he wants people to modify it.
Shaquisa, please pop in.
I'm getting into her.
Okay. All right. Because Mike is crazy. Mike wants you to damage your mental health.
Now I get what Mike is saying. I get what he is saying because that's going to be a major modification from 40,000 to
major modification.
2,000. If he making 2,000 a week was 2, 4, 6, 8, so he's making about $8,000 a month.
Looking at the money.
So it's going to go from 40,000.
If I'm dead, then what? What do you get if I'm dead?
You get a SSI check.
Thank you.
So you'll rather me die than be here for my kids?
I'd rather you keep your job. So he went from $6 million a year to $96,000. That means the kid's going to move out their house.
But I still think that the mom,
you came up together. We're gonna figure it out together.
Mom needs to, she has some responsibility in this too, because if you are the custodial parent at the end of the day, and I say this all the time, at the end of the day, it's on you. You can't be sitting up worrying about what this man or the non-custodial is doing or not doing. You got to do what's necessary. If she's been getting $40,000 a month, I hope she wasn't blowing through it. She should have been stacking that for a day like this, because he could have got kicked off the show. She should have been making plans in the what if this happens, and not blowing $40,000.
Well, my thing is,
and they only got one kid.
This is what he did. This is what his selfish ass did, right? He left a $6 million job to make $96,000 a year, which means everything those kids now has to change, even if she gets a job. That means schools have to change. That means where they live has to change. That means everything has to change simply because Jesse Williams wanted to follow he wanted to leave a toxic environment.
But is that his fault?
Yes, it is his fault.
That everything because 100% of where they live is not his responsibility.
But that $40,000 a month, he is now going to change his kid. Forget the wife. I don't care about her. I don't care about the ex-wife.
Well, then we got to take out the living arrangement and all that, because that's her responsibility to make sure they got somewhere to stay. But that's not his job.
But it is his job. It is his job. He agreed to.
I emailed it to you, Sequita.
He agreed to $40,000 a month. Now he's going to take his kids from $40,000 a month. If you're making $96,000 a year, you're going to go from $40,000 a month to, what are you going to modify it to $9,000 a month?
Answer Sequisa's question, Mike.
I don't think it's not that. Sequisa, check your email. I sent you the link at the nurse.
Where all the $40,000 for all them previous ones go? How did she stack that? Because she's not working.
Okay. So even if she's stacked, but if the mortgage that y'all agreed to, obviously that $40K is taking care of a mortgage, it's taking care of their school, it's taking care of their health insurance, it's taking care of all that. So where you got them living, where I have them living at that time was my choice.
But he might not have done that. I mean, when you get a divorce, you live in a certain way. You got to modify
That's not what the judge says.
As the custodial parent, I don't care what the judge say. I'm talking about using common sense. Because when you go through a divorce with somebody and it's two incomes, or if he was the one that was taking care of everything and you're living a certain way, it's up to you to prepare yourself to be able to take care of yourself, because you and this person are no longer together anymore. So you cannot depend on it. His only responsibility is to the child.
And that's why I don't leave my $6 million job, because my responsibility is I want my kids. I want my two kids. I want my two kids in the same schools that I got them in. I want them in the same neighborhood that I got them in. Dog is not my detriment.
You're mentally not right. You're mentally not. You're not going to be there for them.
I'm mentally
5 years from now, you'll be gone.
I'm an actor. I go on set for 2-3 hours a day.
I'm not standing nowhere in the toxic environment just for.
Dog, you did. What are you talking about?
Meaning, if I don't have to, like he was more brave to get out of it.
No, he was stupid and selfish, and he was a bitch.
No,
I wouldn't say all that, because at the same time, the other parent got to live too. I mean, it's not his job to take care of everything.
It is my job.
It is not the non-custodial parent.
What is her job? Is
everything take care of everything. So she just ain't got to work. So we got a divorce.
How you gonna tell me what my job is?
We ain't got to work. I ain't got to work. We gonna get a divorce, and I ain't got to work, and you gonna handle all of this lifestyle.
I'm not telling you she shouldn't get a job.
Okay, well then,
okay, but my thing is, but this the thing, as a man, I'm not even worried about her. I'm making $6 million a year, and I'm not walking away from that because I want to go do a fucking play.
Yeah, but you're saying he walked away from $6 million. Yes. Now it's going to change their living arrangement. It's going to change the schools. Part of that is her responsibility too. She's an actress too.
No, she's not. She's a real estate agent.
She's a real estate agent now, but she went on auditions and took acting jobs too in the earlier part of their career. And so she has a skill set. She can do something other than be at home, and I get
child support payment.
Being at home taking care of kids is a job. That's a whole job. I get that. But I don't have no sympathy for somebody that got $40,000 a month for child support.
I don't have
and
no
now
sympathy
you
for somebody making $6 million a year. I don't have no sympathy for somebody making $6 million a year and talking about it's uncomfortable on the set. Get your ass out of here.
And then you bounce back from your toxic work environment. You bounce back, right? You think Jesse would always only be making $96,000 a year? I ain't gonna say only because that's a lot.
And then but you're
so you bounce back. He's going to do something else, right?
I don't know.
So you feel like
he's going to bounce. He's going to.
First of all, people just don't walk into $6 million a year gigs in Hollywood.
$6 million a year, $6 million an episode.
No, it wasn't $6 million. No, it's $6 million a year. It's not $6 million. Not even Friends was making $6 million.
So you feel like he did that just to reduce the child support? That's your stand.
I don't know what he did, but if he did it just to reduce the child support, then even more petty. My thing is that your responsibility was to keep working, keep making that happen, and you're not going to voluntarily leave $6 million a year on the table. Like that is some stuff. That is the most
per episode.
260,000
per episode.
He's making 200.
So that was 6.25 million.
And now he goes to making 2,000 a week. Come on, man. Come on. And listen, y'all can give me all the stories about what a bitch. Y'all give me. First of all, Jay, you did. You're such a liar.
If it's that bad,
Jay, it was that bad.
I know, but I'm saying if it was, I was stronger. We were strong enough mentally to not allow it to.
This is what I hate. Stop lying just to make a conversation. Stop lying.
It wasn't
just to make a conversation.
It didn't scar me to that degree. Like some things really
I was there with you. I was there with you. So don't fucking lie here.
You know what I'm saying? Like some people have stronger willpower, stronger mentals.
Dog, you were scarred.
We all were scarred.
And we stayed because we had responsibilities that we had to take care of. And that's what a man does.
But and also, maybe another man realized that situation and said, I'm walking away from it.
Because he's spoiled as fuck. And he was
Dave
like,
Chappelle walk away from
I'm going to go get out of here.
Because his mental wasn't right doing it. He walked away.
Well, he didn't want to be paid to be a coon, basically.
But you walk away if you're mental, because that was messing with his mental. I understand that part. You can't say, Dave, your kids needed that money. Dave, you're wrong for taking care of yourself when the wife ain't working at all and they banking on you. Get a job. I'm still bringing some money in. We're going to all figure it out.
Understand, even if she gets a job, the income has gone down 50%. Because you couldn't take the pressure.
Mike, are you high?
Not really, because if she's a real estate agent in California,
she's not making $6 million.
Her commissions. Are you serious?
No.
Let's find out what kind of properties is she.
First of all, Shawnee, you think a real estate agent can just jump in the game and start making those commissions? She has to build. It takes a year or two to actually build a clientele to get anything. Anything.
But she
And in the meantime, so I'm saying this: could you at least told the chick that you were gonna leave 6 months before or a year before, saying I'm about to be out of here? And could you at least give them heads up?
If you were thinking about leaving,
wait! I want to hear the rest of what Mike's saying.
Could you at least give somebody a plan and be like, "Listen, I'm letting you know right now. In a year, I'm out. This is the last year." Give her a heads up. So now you can be like, so there's going to be a modification. So you're going to have to go out there and get your situation, your foundation started now. So by the time I leave, you can get it rolling.
So, okay. Who's to say that he didn't have that conversation with her?
I don't know. But, this is what we always do. I don't know.
This is what I'm saying. She was getting I have no sympathy for the mom because you were getting $40,000 a month. $40,000 a month for 2 kids. I don't care if it's 3 kids, if it's 5 kids, or 10 kids.
Sonny, we don't even know what the mortgage was.
But that's why, as the custodial parent, that's why when your situation changes, you set it up to where you can handle it if the bottom falls out. I have no sympathy for a grown parent to sit there and be mad. They shouldn't even be going through all this with modification. That's on Jesse. If Jesse did some whole ass shit, then that's gonna come back on him. But as a custodial parent, she should have set herself up to where if Jesse don't do what he's supposed to do, because just because he was ordered to pay $40,000 don't mean he got to send the $40,000.
My thing is, I don't like everybody wants to focus on what she should have done. I get it. We're not talking about her.
Because you keep saying this. It changes their living arrangements. It changes their school.
I read the comment. I get it. I'm not scared of it.
Does it not make sense?
It shouldn't change anything. If the non-custodial stops paying child support, that shouldn't change nothing for your kids.
Tony, I'm saying the point is the man voluntarily quit his job. I'm not talking about, this is not about her. This is about his actions. This is not about her. This story is about Jesse Williams leaving a $6 million job to go do a play. Mike, you decided your mortgage is, I make six figures.
No, I wanted you to read that one because that one out loud.
Okay, I'm going to read this one out loud so I can tell you what the soft-ass generation is. And that's why men kill themselves, because folks out here making up definition what a real man is. Men don't have to sacrifice their mental well-being to be a provider and classify as a man. Listen, Lady Q, you're not a man, so you wouldn't know.
I'm saying that I agree that my mental health as a certain level is levels to it.
Let me tell you something.
As a certain level, if we can't take it, we can't take it. Last thing you want to do is somebody.
Fucking man, but I know real men there's no mental health up to support somebody, or in order to be a fucking provider, a man does not have to go in and take abuse at a fucking work job.
How do we know it's abuse? Man. How do we know it's abuse?
He said, "How do we know it's abuse?" He said, "How do we know it's abuse?"
Every fucking actor on that set has said that it is toxic. It is toxic on that work set.
I've been through toxic.
Everybody has said that. I don't need a set of nuts and a fucking dick to know that a man is not defined by how fucking abusive you do.
Oh, you do.
That's not the
he said, "Oh, you do.
Oh, you do."
That is not the definition of man.
I love these women who speak for men
by being abused. You sit there talking about
women. I love when women go, I don't need
they're not required
a pair of balls to know what a man goes through.
They're not required to do that.
Every day.
Every day.
Let me speak to y'all women. Every day. Every day a man goes out in this world. Every day a man goes out in this world, we deal with toxic environments. Every day.
That's true.
Every day. So all y'all women who want to speak up and be like, I don't need this. Y'all don't know.
Link.
Let me explain to y'all something. Every day we walk out, it's a toxic environment. Every job we have is a toxic environment. Every time. No matter what it is. No matter what we do. No matter what radio station I've worked for. No matter what morning show I've worked for. It's been a toxic environment. And you deal with it.
Yeah, and I'm saying I bring the woman up because you keep saying, well, their housing is going to change. Their schooling is going to change. The neighborhood they live in is going to change if he doesn't pay it. That ain't all his responsibility.
Nope.
And then, okay, he asked for a reduction, and the ex-wife says he should have never left Grey's Anatomy.
A real man will suck it up and take your mental abuse.
Jay does suck it up every day. You're so full of shit. You do.
Like, if it was to the point where my mental is not right to that degree, I'm thinking about suicide, or I'm thinking about, like, it depends on what the man is going through. To each his own. It is levels to the toxicity.
Now, y'all.
No, we don't know. I just saying. I said his mental health. It could be long-term damage, and it could, for him to leave.
Dog, the reason
had to be something deep.
He said the reason why he left. This is what kills me about y'all. Y'all don't read the story. He said he left because he thought the show was gonna end.
Well, but we were talking about the toxic part of everybody else that left.
He didn't say that.
Maybe that was his public statement.
But he didn't say that.
But I was just going with if his mental health.
He left. He said he left because he thought it was going to end. That was his comment. It said nothing about
nurse practitioner.
It said nothing. Y'all done made up this whole toxic environment. Y'all done
made it up. Are you fucking?
He never.
I'm not even dressed. I ain't got my lashes on. My lips.
I don't care if you dress. I don't care if you got lashes. I don't care. Listen, he said He left the show. This is what he said. We're not going to make all these.
You've said a lot of ignorant statements, sir.
Yes, I guess. And I'm going to give you more. And you're going to get more.
You can't care about your kids' mom.
And you're going to get more.
Like those are the ones that's raising your kids.
I didn't. No. See, that's
the first problem that I have.
No. First, you're wrong.
For an hour.
That's not what I said. That's not
claiming my time.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. I'll let you talk. But first, the first mistake.
Reclaiming my time.
The first mistake. The first mistake you made. I never said. I never said.
Want to have a conversation or what?
Take your square
I've listened to you for an hour. Can you listen to me for a second?
That's the show.
I've listened to you for an hour. I understand that.
And I'm going to let you. And I'm going to let you say.
I would like to give my views. We've all heard yours.
I get it. I understand, but Shaquisha, you're not going to. I didn't say I didn't. I did not say. I did not.
This is your problem. You don't use these.
I'm trying to
God
correct.
gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth. That means
okay.
You're supposed to listen twice.
Use your two. I'm trying to correct what you just said wrong. I didn't say I didn't care about her.
You said that.
I said
I don't. The great thing about recording.
I said I don't care about her because
y'all go to my Facebook page. I'm gonna clip it and show you what Michael Sean said. He don't care nothing.
I said it because I said that's not. I said that's not the story we're talking about. I said I don't care.
But that's part of the story, though.
No, but the story was what he did. What he did. Women always get called out for what they're not doing. This story was about what Jesse Williams.
Okay, well, the second thing you said that made me mad is when you said that men deal with toxic environments every day. Yeah. What the fuck do you think we go through?
I didn't say
we're women.
I didn't say you
put that on top of that. So we got one on top of y'all.
Wait,
because men will always get more respect than a woman.
Wait, did I say you didn't?
That's just the way that it is.
Did I say you
add being a black woman on top of that?
Did I say you didn't?
We have the same stuff going on that you going on.
Okay,
I have had a job as the head case manager, and the director did not like me, and she tried to make me clean the damn bathrooms.
I didn't say you didn't.
Don't tell me.
I never said you didn't. How you gonna make up an argument? I never said you didn't.
You did. By saying, keep telling us over and over and over, oh, men go through toxic. Don't say men, say black people.
No.
You only said men.
I was saying
you kept saying men over and over and over again.
First of all, because
Jay Black, men over and over again, and what it is not.
Because I'm a man. Why can't I say men?
Because you won't stop and listen. Because I'm trying to have a conversation with you.
No, you're not. You're just trying to be mad.
I'm not mad, but y'all am mad. But I'm trying to tell you.
I know.
You said was incorrect. And as an educator and a nurse practitioner with 5 degrees, I know a little bit about educating others. So I'm trying to educate you on degrees. And being 45 years old, I've lived life. And obviously, I'm living life as a woman. So I'm trying to tell you as a woman what you have said to a
exactly. And I'm telling you as a man.
Black women cussing you out on your show. If that don't tell you said something wrong, the problem is you.
No, I don't care if the problem. What I'm telling you is I'm talking about Jesse Williams, and I'm talking about my experience. So when I'm telling you,
but when you talk about your experience, it's okay to talk about your experience. But my problem with you is you closed out to hearing anybody else's.
I did
because if you had to listen to Lady Q, that was not a man-woman issue. She was just making a point, and you took it to how you know that you're not a man. Like, why did you have to go there?
I went there because
we're not men.
I'm trying to tell you.
Because in this day and age, if we want to be a fucking man, we could be one.
Well, y'all the whole problem in 2022 is if a man said something about being a man, y'all get mad.
Don't nobody get mad at that. I want a man who claims he's a man.
Y'all mad
I want a man that if I look at him and roll his eyes because somebody keeps talking about me, he gonna go on stage and knock him the fuck out.
Here we go.
My husband heard my ex call me bitch on the phone.
How we got to that?
And he almost took him out.
How did we get
That's
to that?
The type of man that you want. So don't tell me that I don't support black men.
I did
because I'm down like I love my black men.
I never said
I
that.
respect my black man. And that's the reason why I was trying to tell you it's wrong to offend black women. With Michael Sean, a lot of things about women. And that is the reason why so many of us have a problem with you. If you would listen to what we were telling you sometimes,
this was all about.
Listen to what we're trying to tell you and see things from our perspective.
I apologize. I apologize to everybody.
Your whole mindset about a lot of things.
I apologize to everybody. I apologize to everybody. This whole conversation. This whole conversation. Yes, this whole conversation was based on me thinking Jesse Williams was.
You what you said that if you apologize to somebody.
I apologize.
You have to know what you're apologizing for.
Because everybody left the squares. I guess they all mad at me
because you don't know what you're apologizing for.
No.
What are you apologizing for?
I'm just letting it happen. Just let it happen.
Yeah. I apologize.
What are you apologizing for?
All I apologize is for this. For one thing, is that people take when I speak about being a man as if I'm a.
See, this is the problem with the world. This is the problem with the world. They give apologies.
Wait. We got to let him finish. We got to let him finish the thought. You asked him a question. Let him finish it. So finish saying what you're saying, Mike.
Let him get his apology.
I take my apology back.
Let him get his apology out before you.
Good, because it wasn't genuine, and now you're leaving. Well, good.
Well,
so
when people apologize, we do have to accept their apology.
I
know you want to.
So the first thing that he said I had a problem with was when he said he don't care about the mom, and that's the problem. When you have a child with someone, her well-being is your child's well-being. Because if she's just depressed, stressed out, struggling,
but he
who gets that? The kids.
I didn't say that. What Mike was saying, what Mike is saying, his problem is with Jesse. He's saying that Jesse is wrong for doing what he did. My thing, I don't agree. Is right, and I don't agree with that either. But he's not like when he said I don't care about the mom. What he's saying is if she work or not, Jesse should have kept his job to keep giving her $40,000. He shouldn't have said, I'm not gonna.
In actuality,
so he wasn't bashing the mom. Now I started bashing the mom because I feel like she should be more.
In actuality, this whole thing, I was defending the mom.
Yeah, he's on the
I'm on the mom's
parent side.
No apologies needed. People speak based off their
experiences. I'm actually defending the mom. I'm defending the fact that the mom. And when I said I don't care what the mom doing, it was because she's not. This is not the story I wanted to focus on. Women always get focused on what they use their child support on and how they use the child support and whether they should get more child support or less. I'm focusing on Jesse leaving a job that was making $6 million a year. And left because he was like, it's a toxic environment. My whole thing was, there's never been a job that I wasn't part of a toxic environment.
I think you were missing the point of the mental aspect. If it's really that bad for an individual, they have to know how to step away and not let it go to that next level of potentially self-harm.
Well, unfortunately, I don't live in that era. So if y'all want to get mad at me for that,
are you going with the 2022 era? It's too soft, too sensitive, and that's when you said as a real man, and then that's when you classify
as a real and people in their 50s, other 50-year-old men will tell you the same thing. So if I'm not woke, I apologize. Tell Lady Q I said I'm sorry. I apologize, and I mean it. Tell her I'm sorry because I know she's pissed at me right now.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but I still think that it's not all his. It ain't all on him. I don't think that he a scumbag.
Never defend a woman again
for doing that. I don't think he's a scumbag.
I think your angle of you're a real man. If you stay in if you're mentally harming yourself, and only a real man would continue to mentally harm themselves. This is the wording.
I honestly say Mike was misunderstood today completely because that ain't what he meant. But I get it because we do get sensitive when there's certain words that say. As a woman, we get it's a trigger because it's like, well, goddamn, I'm doing the same thing. I'm in a toxic environment. I got to deal with all this shit. And, so we kind of did go, ladies. We kind of did go off the track.
No,
but what at the end of the day,
I don't need two balls in a dick. What the hell?
Actually,
what Mike was saying, and I hate this. Jesse was a scumbag for
leaving a $6 million a year job.
Yeah,
and I hate to break it to y'all. And this is what people hate. This is I talk about 2022. Men tell each other, "Be a man," but we can't say it in front of women. Because then they start putting their 2022 vision in this. What do you mean be a real man? You don't understand what we're saying to each other.
Right.
But you saying stay in a toxic environment because you're making a lot of money.
Jay.
And I think mentally
this is the thing that kills me with you, Jay. That's exactly what you've done.
Just because we've done it doesn't make it right.
And
they could have long-lasting effects on me mentally.
Jay, can you just answer this honestly? And if somebody offers us $600,000 a year right now, and we got to be in a toxic environment, you taking a job?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna take it.
I'm taking it too.
I'm gonna take it.
I'm gonna take it, and I'm gonna do what I got.
But I don't know how long I'm gonna last.
Money.
The flip side, if it's that bad, Mike, I may not last. I may have to go back and only get 6 figures versus.
How about I'll give you this one? They give you a 5-year contract, $6 million a year. You taking that toxic environment?
Mike, we're all going to take it initially.
Because you know why?
Said, and notice if it's toxic, he was like, all right, enough's enough.
And we not
made enough money, I'm out. I'm gonna go do something different. And you saying he's supposed to stay there just so he can keep affording to pay 40 grand a month to child support to someone that's not even working. Like she's not even getting she doesn't even have a job. He's saying get a job.
This is not. I believe
that was my spin.
No. I believe that you guys are right. I get it. But my thing is Jesse knows who he's dealing with. And you know the responsibilities that you have. And yes, is it unfair? It is. But I'm not taking those 2 kids out of schools because I can't deal with a toxic environment. Now, if that makes me a caveman, then I'm a caveman.
But no. But listen, he can still get his child support reduced. He can go to the school and pay for their schooling. That ain't got to go.
But Mike's saying don't reduce the child support. Keep it the same.
That doesn't have to go through child support. His child support can be reduced, and if he's concerned about schooling and getting them there, he can personally pay for that. But to say that he can't change his job because the mom not gonna give $40,000, he can still take care of them kids without having to send that check through the system.
You're wrong, Mike.
And I still don't agree. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but
I'm just telling you from my mentality, the way I do things, I'm not leaving. Like I said, when the show ends, and the thing was, he didn't even say toxic environment. That was something that was added from the rumors from everybody else, from actors who have said that. Mm-hmm. He said he left. He said he left because he thought the show was ending, which means that's another irresponsible activity. How do you leave because you think the show is ending?
Well, maybe the opportunity was there, and he had to take that opportunity. Like if he would have waited to see if the show was going to end, the other opportunity wouldn't have been there anymore. Because, you know, when you got a casting call or an audition and production starts on this day, you can be like, well, I'm trying to see if, you know, Grey's and what they going to do over here. They're going to pick somebody else.
See if I can get back on IG.
Mike is talking about changing the situation of the kids.
And he can still take care of the schooling and stuff.
So Billy, you gonna stay there too, Billy? So Billy,
hell yeah, he's gonna stay there too.
You can't change your environment.
The thing is that Jay Black wants to argue with me, but he do it. And that's what I mean about men.
But that's why I said understand the other person's perspective. I have to get it there. If it's mentally there, if I'm not stable enough that I may harm myself, I need to leave.
Jay,
and you saying no, stick with it because your kids need that 40K.
You guys are making this on that level when that's not why
that's what you said though.
No.
But I'm talking about the mental health part. You can't stay there regardless.
I ain't never worked anywhere that wasn't toxic, yo. That word is such a catchphrase that everybody uses. Mm-hmm. I ain't never been in no job that wasn't toxic. Everything has been toxic. K104 was toxic. Hot 97 was toxic.
That's the problem.
That is just that's not the problem. That's the entertainment business. That the entertainment business.
Turn your phone sideways.
You have a job. It's a toxic work environment, and that's the reason why he was trying to leave.
That's like.
But that's not what he said. That's what I wanted to tell everybody. Jesse Williams said he left the show because he thought it was ending. Which means, why didn't you find out for sure if it was ending?
Because nobody knows. It goes season to season. That's how shows go.
No, but you know when you get picked up. So I'm like, Jesse, what are we doing? Like, you're leaving. You're gonna leave because you think, or can your agent have to do?
I don't want to take you off, Michael Sean, but I really do have to go. And since I came at you publicly, I believe in giving a public apology. So I'm the type of person, if somebody else tells you you're wrong, that means you was wrong. So I misunderstood what you were saying when you said that you didn't care about the wives. Because that's when I came in. So I didn't hear the back part. So I do apologize for that. But I also want to say you said several things
several things.
And you don't have to apologize, Sequisha. You don't have to apologize to me. The more you come at me, that's beautiful. So go ahead.
Right, I do have to apologize to you, because if I'm going to call people out on apologizing, you have to be one that apologizes. And I tell my daughter when she does something wrong, she has to apologize. So as her mother, I can't let her see something like this because it's a video. Yeah. Okay. And then be able to come and say, Mom.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. But it's good but it is good for the show, Sequisha. It is good.
And that's good too.
But go ahead, tell him what else he said wrong, though.
Go ahead, say what else I said wrong.
Kept saying, I'm gonna take it back to Shawnee. Shawnee taught me a lesson the other week because I was so mad at what Kim said. When Kim said, "Get up off your ass and go to work," I got upset because of who the messenger was and not the message. Because I realized I had been getting up at 6 o'clock instead of 3 like I'm supposed to. And that's the reason why I haven't gotten to $100,000 a month in my business, like my goal. So I apologize for that.
So you get up at what time?
I get up at 3.
Jesus. Okay, go ahead. Wow.
You be up at 3 too.
Exactly. Exactly. Because I was working in a toxic work environment. I got to sleep in, but my days were hell. Mm-hmm. Now I love my life. I get up at 3 o'clock every day. And a lot of times, majority of the times, the alarm clock doesn't wake me up. Mm-hmm. I wake up happy because I'm working for myself and I'm building a dynasty for my family.
Mm-hmm. What else did I say wrong? What else did I say wrong?
You kept saying men work in a toxic environment. The lesson to learn from that is it's not just men, it's people. If you have a job, it's toxic because you don't control your hours. You have to ask for permission off. Like the nurses didn't have the mask that they needed. They forced them to have a vaccine. That's a toxic work environment. So for him to say, I'm going to leave $6 million to follow my dream, I don't feel sorry for him or the woman if they didn't make it. I feel sorry for the kids. Because if you was making $6 million a year, you should be set for life. If you making $40,000 a year, a month, as the mother of one child, get out of here.
No, it was 2. It's 2.
It wouldn't matter if it was $40,000 a month.
I can have a basketball team living in my house.
Right. I just don't. And I get what you're saying, and everything y'all saying about the woman is right. I just am focused on Jesse right now because every time we have these conversations, we always have the conversations of what the woman is doing with the money.
But that's important.
It is totally important. But in this case, Jesse, you made an agreement and you signed a document that said you're responsible for this. Right. So when you leave a job based on what you think might happen, that's not responsible. Like you got to find out for sure because it wasn't even a toxic environment.
It's not responsible for the woman to expect to live the same lifestyle as what her man making. Just because he makes $6 million, if y'all ain't together, that ain't your $6 million. So even though he was paying her $40,000 in child support, if she was smart, she would have been living at her means to where if he didn't pay her another dime, she would be set to take care of them kids. And that is the problem. My daughter's father is an engineer. And he's very, very smart. And that's the problem I'm having with my child right now. He figured out a way to only pay $225 a month in child support. My daughter got all of that money. I didn't touch a penny. He actually got it stopped. He started his own business now. So, when you have your own business, it's hard to get child support. So he got it stopped. He had stopped it for 6 months before I even realized that her account wasn't growing. Like that is the type of mind frame that we as people should have to where, number one, if you're in a toxic environment, if you are lucky enough to have one that pays you enough to pay your bills for the month, then you need to be setting that aside. When I started my business, all my bills was paid up for a year.
I just want to rewind on something. This is me. I know you don't like it. As a man, me, as a dad, whatever lifestyle I'm living, I need my kids to live that same lifestyle.
That's not.
I have to. No, it is possible. Whatever I have to. My kids,
2 households at a $6 million. That's a lot.
How about this? I will literally lower my lifestyle so they can live that lifestyle. That is how is that possible?
I applaud Mike for that. I have to say I applaud him for that.
I'll drive the Honda Accord if that means that y'all keep living the lifestyle, y'all, I don't care.
Yeah,
because
he
once
drove that
But the kids are with him. The kid, if the kids is with the mom and the mom is not working, he's not going to continue to do that.
No, yes, I am. Yes, I am. No, I swear on everything I love. Stacy knows, right? Stacy knows. See, y'all don't understand me. I will literally, they're gonna live. No. I'm not gonna bring their lifestyle down one notch. If their lifestyle goes down a notch, then my lifestyle goes down a notch.
But here's the thing. We put it too much.
I mean, but wait. Can we please apply Mike for that? Because it's a lot of men that won't do that.
When they're not in the same house. Also remember that he's not doing that. I'm just gonna say that. He's not actually doing it right now. So I applaud you for that mindset. But when you actually in it and you realizing, hell, I got to eat noodles. Why they eating steak?
But he kind of did do that because Mike has custody of his oldest daughter. That's hold on.
JJ, I'm gonna prove you wrong right now. I'm gonna show you I'm gonna tell you for 8 years I did it. For 8 years when I lived in Texas, I lived in a 1-bedroom, basically efficiency apartment, and drove a Mitsubishi Galant. While my kids and Stacy lived here with the Infiniti truck and had the townhouse. I stayed in a 1-bedroom apartment driving a 2015 Mitsubishi Galant.
Over there by them Roach Motel.
But you made a gang of money and you
because he was not living lavish.
There goes Jay.
Your salary was crazy. You didn't have to do that. You chose to.
I could not live.
I could not do that.
You're still with them. They're not with a different mother. They were still within your family household, just in a separate place.
Jay, but I'm saying
that's why I asked if you and Stacey were together for those 8 years.
For those 8 years, I could not live the same lifestyle in Texas that I would have lived if we were living together.
But were you still with Stacy though?
I was still with Stacy.
That's not the same thing.
But my thing is, financially, it is the same thing because I was paying for two. No, I was paying for 2 different households. I was paying for everything I was paying for was 2 different things, and I had to make sure what I had in Texas was a lot lower than what they had here in Jersey.
And it is the same because Michael Sean in Dallas, you don't understand what kind of celebrity he was. So to be driving around, be Michael Sean on the #1 station in the Metroplex, on the #1 morning show, and he driving this raggedy, this raggedy Galant.
No, it was nice.
He living over there off of 360. And this little bitty, his apartment, I think, is probably smaller than my daughter's bedroom.
But that house, though, at the end of the day, is his house. At the end of the day, the one that Stacey was staying in, when he decided to go home, he could go home. If you're not with your woman, then that house that you're paying for, he got another dude up in there. So you're not finna be letting her ride around with him with a Lexus and a house that you can't go in and
see. My thing is,
but Mike's supposed to the kids.
See, my attitude is not about the dude and the chick being in the Infiniti. My attitude is about my 3 daughters driving in the Infiniti. My attitude is not about the dude being in this house. Do I like it? Hell no, I don't like it.
Okay,
but the bigger picture.
I pray you never have to figure that out for true. How about we put that? I pray you never, ever, ever have to find that out for fact.
Look, when it was on the verge of happening, we had already worked it out. Like, I already know what I do. When me and my ex
broke up, we had worked it out too, and it was nothing like we planned. Like, we were not supposed to go to child support court.
That's the same thing with me.
But after we broke up, everything changed because he tried to use her to control my life. I went on child support, so they would give him guaranteed times to pick her up and drop her off because he would just show up at my house and cuss me out because she was not ready with no warning. This is a little girl. Like, I got to do her hair. I got to pack her bags. And then you want to walk around my house while you waiting. No, I went and got the child support where they gave us a place to meet and a time and day. If he didn't show up at that time and day, I ain't have to deal with him. Saying you ain't broke up is a little different because once you break up, things change.
All the stuff y'all saying is absolutely correct on the exterior. The financial part is what I'm talking about. I experienced what it is to live in a different household and have to sacrifice so the family can live better than you, because that's just my mentality. Now the outside stuff, all the relationships and everything like that, yeah. Is that messy? Yeah. That's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get ugly. It's not gonna be something I'm gonna like. I'm just saying financially. That's why, and I think that's why the Jesse Williams thing bothers me so much, is that you leave $6 million there on an assumption that the show might end. So when you do that, now, is that woman, from what everybody's telling me, she's bitter and whatever. You're probably right. But you can't leave a job on an assumption that makes $6 million. Go ahead.
You can, especially if it's toxic. And if you think it's going to leave, if you think it's going to end anyway, you got to have another plan. But so I'm sure in hindsight, he was like, damn, I shouldn't have left. I should have stuck it out. But if you think your job is going to end and it's toxic anyway, why not go for it? Like, that is the perfect time to go for it. But if he didn't succeed in whatever he did, if you was making $6 million a year and you couldn't make it, Tyler Perry was living in his car and he made it. So,
and Jesse has an agent. He has an agency. He has a personal manager who could have researched and went to the producers of the show and said, is this show ending? Jesse wanted to leave. In my opinion,
playing our exit before we're 65. Like, if the work environment is so toxic, you should have your exit strategy already in place.
No, real men don't do that. Mike said real men don't do that.
But the thing is, Jesse never said that it was toxic.
Jesse has never said one time.
But Mike, you just even said you believe it. You just said you believed it too.
You said it was toxic.
No, Jay said that other people were saying.
But Mike even said he believes it probably was toxic, like all the other.
No, I don't.
I'm just stuck on the real men don't leave. Real men suffer mental illness. Real men stick it out. Real men stay right there.
The heart attacks. It leads to strokes. So if me as a woman, if my man tells me he's gonna leave us $6 million because the work environment is toxic, yes, I'm gonna be upset. We're leaving $6 million, but you said my man, so it's time to go to work. Are you gonna take a year, like you said, Mike? That was the most brilliant thing I've ever heard you say on the show. He should have told her, in a year, I'm out. Have your exit strategy. We're gonna put the money into your business so you can fund my dream. If she's a real estate agent and her husband is on TV making $6 million a year, she can get into parties that a lot of people can't get into.
But Sequisa, you know what's funny about Jay Black? He tries to mock what I say, but he does exactly what I say. Mm-hmm. See, he tries to mock it.
Yeah, I'm just highlighting you're wrong.
No. You're
I'm not saying my actions is right if I stay in the toxic environment.
How can you highlight I'm wrong when you do it?
Because for the people that may be thinking about taking a step away, for the ones that may leave, you telling them they can't.
Jay,
and I'm saying that they can.
Do you do it?
I mean, but to me, I think that is, and this is my opinion on this, a man that says I'm leaving my job because it's a toxic work environment. My opinion, I think that's some sorry shit because my life is toxic and it's hard and I can't just walk away. I have to be here.
I got to worry about. They said put my seatbelt on first, right? I put my mask on.
Yeah, that's right. But I still have to be here. So what do I do? What do I do? Because the kids sitting here,
we gonna have to figure it out with a $2,000 a month pay.
I got to figure out everything on my own. So I can't just one day just wake up and say, you know what, I'm not going to do it no more.
If he did that without any warning, then he definitely is.
You have to figure it out. You work through, especially when you got other human beings involved.
May not be time for a warning.
Jay would never do that. But he would never do that.
But when you have kids,
he would never do that.
You kind of gotta tighten them bootstraps up, and because you got to be here for your kids. You don't want nobody else raising your kids. You don't want to be in the grade. So you got to figure it out. It's some stuff you got to work through.
And
I understand that mental health is real, but I also think that in 2022, sometimes some people use mental health as an excuse, because if you know that you got a mental issue, then you can fix the problem. Now, if you don't know, that's one thing. But if you know you got an issue, then you know you can go get help. You can go get help. There are things that you can do. Now, if you don't know that's what's wrong with you, different thing. But if you know, okay, I'm on the verge of about to have a
We need a therapist with that. Or Chris, is you doc? She would know that. That's not true, Shawnee. I don't think it's that simple.
I don't agree with that. I don't think people are walking around using mental health as an issue, because especially if they Black.
Maybe Ben Simmons. Maybe Ben Simmons.
Even mention that you go to a psychiatrist like you crazy.
Yeah, but they should. But that's the point. But that's
they don't feel comfortable because you got people like Mike saying real men, and you saying that sucker shit.
No,
like y'all both saying
if you got a mental problem, then what you need to do? What do you need to do? You need to get help, right? You know you need help, and that's why you're saying that. So then go talk to the psychiatrist or whatever they're called. Do that. Why is it okay to sit up and say, "Oh, I got mental issues. I'm suffering."
All you gotta do is take your Prozac every morning.
But you won't go get the help that you need. It's like,
but I just told you
I broke my arm. If I told y'all I broke my arm, my arm broke. My arm over here broke, y'all. It hurt so much. But I won't go to the doctor. I won't go to the hospital to get it fixed.
Let me tell you why. Because when somebody finds out they went to go, they deem them as crazy. Yep. That's the reason why Black people don't go get the help that they need. Yep. Because when we find out that they're sick, you cry. Like, I can't tell you how many people, Black women, that I have seen broken. And I've tried to get them to go get help, but they say if I do that, people will think I'm crazy. But they're not crazy
now.
They're not crazy though. Broken
but that's my point. Then go get the help. If you won't go get the help, then you want to stay in this situation. If I fall and break my arm and just call you Sequisa, girl, can you give me a prescription or something? And you like, Sean, get your ass to the hospital.
Now I
keep telling you I won't go, then I don't want the arm to fix.
And I think the stigma is gotten. I think the stigma has gotten better, but I still think there is a slight stigma when people, like, even when I talking to my therapist on stage and stuff like that. I think there still is, for some parts of our culture, there's still a stigma. But if you're gonna let a stigma stop you from getting help, it's kind of I guess that's a bigger problem. I guess that's even a bigger problem.
You're afraid of being labeled as being crazy because you're broken.
Being called lazy. Crazy. Because I go to therapy. I talk to somebody. Because if I don't talk to somebody gonna die. So I talk.
Exactly.
You should talk to somebody. Yeah, you definitely should.
Yeah.
You should definitely.
Multiple times a week.
And if you are in a family where you witness where somebody went and you see the way people treat somebody like that, you don't want that for your life. For the same reason why a lot of people don't want their children being gay or something like that, because they know that their lives are going to be different. It's not about their life choices. It's the fact that you prefer for your child not to have to go through that if they don't have to. So what I'm saying,
I've seen it impede on people getting help.
Afro Queen said the stigma is still there, and I have seen it impede on people getting help.
It
That's
does.
sad.
Get help and don't worry about what other people.
That's what I try to
if you really want a better quality of life, you got to start doing stuff for you, and you cannot worry
but
about.
Shana, you can't say that in the other hand and say you're wrong for leaving a toxic environment for your mental health.
It wasn't toxic.
No, but
well, no, I mean in general.
Okay, that would be like me.
Here it was toxic.
That's like me saying, okay, Jay, I can't take it no more, so I'm shipping your nieces up there to you because I can't take this no more. I can't do it, so I'm sending them to you and Lady Q, and y'all deal with it.
And Shawnee needs some help. What Shawnee's saying is, in the reality of our lives, we're gonna have to deal with toxic situations. Now, getting help, you're gonna have to get help to deal with it, but you can't just remove yourself from toxic situations because we'll just sit in the closet and not be able to walk outside the door.
I want to add to that. I want to piggyback off of that. You can't leave a toxic situation without a plan.
Right.
That's the thing. Yeah. You have to have a plan because at the end of the day, don't nobody want to work today. I have a patient that is very well off, and when I went to go see him, he told me that if he had known what he knows now, he would have retired early. Because his goal was to work till he was 65. When you get to be 65, your back is tired, is out, your knee is out, you can't walk, you can't go on the beach. And then he said, I can't go on a 3-week cruise because I got a doctor's appointment every other week with the heart doctor, the kidney doctor, the liver doctor, the eye doctor, the toe doctor. Like, we really need to be trying to retire in our 30s and 40s. And I'm gonna tell you something. If I had somebody in my life to come into my school and tell me what is possible, I would have retired by the time I was 30. I'm trying to get my daughter retired by the time they're 30. That is what we should be doing. And if you're making $6 million a year and everybody in your family is not retiring at 30, you did something wrong. I'm sorry.
I mean, and I will say this. You guys are right on what she needed to do with the $40,000 a month. Like, you're right. If there was money that she could have rolled over and put to the side. But at the same time, Jesse, if you were working on Grey's Anatomy for like damn near 7 years and you was making that type of money, you should be in such a good situation. They shouldn't even need to be a modification.
Easier said.
But we said easier said. It's easier said for the woman too, right? So
I want to address Afro Queens. I want to address her thing. You say you can't say that because mental health problems are chemical balances that cause you not to think correctly. Sometimes it's hard to see it, see your way out. Let me be transparent with y'all. I spent my 23rd birthday, 22nd or 23rd birthday in a mental institution. You can't tell me that. I've been through depression. I've attempted suicide and it didn't happen. So that's why I was there. And I had to spend that birthday there and was there for a while, locked up where I could not leave. Okay. So once again, and while I was there, the problems that I was dealing with at 22, 23, I went through therapy sessions. I talked to people. You know, yes, they did put me on meds. I'm not on meds now. But once I got out of that situation, once I got out and went back to work, and at the time, let me explain something. I was the floor director for KLTV, and I was also the promotions director for a radio station. So this all played out with all my listeners. So ain't nothing, none of y'all can tell me about mental health because I have been there. Now, once you get out of it, you have to make a decision if, okay, do I want to keep going down this road or am I going to go down this road? I chose to go down a different road because I wanted a different life. I didn't want to be the person that, oh, woe is me. Oh, I'm having a bad day. Everybody have a bad day. The damn animals in the zoo have a bad day, but they keep going.
Especially the zebras. I don't know.
Okay, so
they got it tough. I don't know why.
You know,
but what do you say to those people that say that's how you handle it? There's other people may not have that.
Yeah, but you know what? But if you're sitting up complaining about your life and woe is me, and this is too hard, and I'm going through this. Once you can figure out, if you can figure out, and I can say this because once I figured out I had a problem, then it was up to me to make a decision of what am I going to do. Now, when you don't know you got a problem, that's something else. And I didn't put myself there. My news director called the people on me. They stopped me on the street when I was leaving the news station to go to the radio station. I get stopped by a police officer that said, hey, we got a call about you for this, and this. And they took me then. So it's up to you. It is up to you. It's everybody, oh, it's so hard. And no, it's not. No, it's not. It's just like anything else that you want to do. Anything you want to do, anything you put your mind to, you do it. But when you have a group of people that'll sit around and coddle you and not be, I appreciate my friends for being brutally honest with me. I appreciate my mom for being brutally honest with me and making me deal with it. And that's the problem. A lot of people are coddled and they, oh, well, it's okay. And that. No, this is life. You get one life. This is it.
Well, Shawnee, I will say this: what you did go through was hard. Crazy. In order for what you accomplished and how you got through it, that is a hard thing to do. So I agree with what you're saying, but I think you're underestimating what you went through and how hard it was. Ain't nothing easy.
Nothing is easy, and I'm not saying that it's easy. It's days right now. I want to jump out this damn window. But do I jump out the window? No, because shit is still hard. Y'all look at a house, y'all look at a car, y'all look at kids, you look at my face, you look at how I get up and do this. But you don't know what I'm dealing with behind the scenes daily. So yes, this shit is hard. But you got to push through. And if you want something different, then you have to do something different.
If you don't have somebody in your life telling you that you can come out on the other side, You
I don't have
can't.
nobody telling me that I can come out on the other side. What I got is people every day telling me, "Oh, Shawnee, if you just do this, if you just do this, what you need to do." That's what I hear all day. Is what I should do, but it ain't a motherfucker over here helping me. So I can't listen to that because it's like it's bullshit. No, life is fucking hard for everybody. Not just me, not just you. Everybody got shit. Yeah. And then when they look at you as, oh, you're so strong. No, I'm not fucking strong. I'm really weak and fragile.
I hate that word.
And every day I have to keep hearing, you should do this. What, Shawnee, if you do this, what if you do motherfucker, come walk in my 6.5 for 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. Just 30 minutes. And now, if y'all break over some of this shit, you would take the gun that I got in my house and blow your brains out. You can't handle this life. My life is not what you see on social media, them little pretty pictures. I don't even post on social media that much because that's some bullshit. That's just something to do because I got to get numbers to boost this channel because it's hard to get fucking sponsors. Okay, so that ain't even me.
Let me just read this real quick, Shawnee. Thank you. And I don't thank you. Just thank you for sharing that. And Afro Queen, I understand, Shawnee, from experiences as well. Appreciate you sharing your story. I was referring to those who have to deal with people who stigmatize mental health problems and don't believe in therapy. Afro Queen, I totally get it. And I swear it's my generation, people in their 40s and up, who still have this thing where it seems like if you go get help, it almost shows your weakness. And it almost shows like you're like submitting to these doctors and you can't listen. I unfortunately, the generation that I come from has got a warped sense of common sense. Okay, it's a warped sense of common sense. It just really is. Like, if you want to stop drinking, just have willpower. Well, that's not how it works.
Or pray. Don't forget to pray.
Yeah, don't tell me to pray no more.
Trust me, because
you get
no more.
It's not to pray about it. You got to pray.
Yeah, that whole prayer about it. I'm like, well, then just tell Jesus to turn some more water into wine because I honestly need a drink. I truly hate being told.
And I'm not knocking the power of God. Don't get me
wrong.
No.
I'm
not knocking that, but
it's
just like when people be like, oh, just pray about it. If prayer,
because
then shit, some stuff.
I hate to say like
people don't know, but here's the thing with the whole prayer thing, and don't get me wrong, I know people overuse it, but at the end of the day, if you are heavy in prayer, it does help. And if I don't know what to tell you because I don't know the right answer, the only thing I can tell you to do is to pray.
And this is why I don't fuck with Jesse Williams, because he takes us through these twists and turns. Because it's all motherfucking Jesse Williams, you irresponsible bastard! You done took us on a roller coaster of fucking emotions. You little light skinned bastard. Right, Queen. Just be loving.
I just want to say, Michael Sean, when
you reading TPs too.
How she got through it. I'm gonna tell you how she got through it. She didn't go back to the thing that broke her.
Right.
That those 2 jobs, that toxic environments, that's what broke her. And she decided that she was going to get up and start her own channel that we're on right now. That is the reason why I share the show every day. This is the reason why I'm trying to get, other people that I know that have conferences. I'm telling them, hey, you should advertise your conference on this show. If you watching the show right now and you ain't shared it, you ain't shit. Yeah, I said it.
And she does say that.
And you come every morning and get entertained and you don't support the very people. Like I found out yesterday on this show that we had a black news channel. If I had known that, I don't watch the news.
We didn't know. It's gone now.
It's gone. I appreciate the research department too.
Yeah, and I knew that black channel wasn't gonna last because they only did the weather on Tuesdays. Like, I was like,
because that's all you got the money to do. That's all you got the money to do.
Yeah, but they only said Tuesday. They wouldn't tell you about the rest of they said our Tuesday.
But that's the thing. If we had a supported them, give it weather every day. But since we didn't support them, we got the weather on Tuesday.
I'm being funny. It's a weird dynamic. And
that was a bad business plan. They could have at least did Saturdays when we off. Yeah. Like, who cares if it's right on Tuesday? I'm at work.
I don't know what it is because I'm not a psychologist. I don't know what it is. Why it is that we have such a, You know what? Okay, let me say this because we say we don't support each other, right?
We don't support
each other. Don't.
Who did that? I'm sorry. The research department. I'm going to need you to start citing your sources because that is a bald-faced lie.
Oh no.
Which part of his percentage is wrong?
We don't have sources. We don't have sources.
That's why it's called
what is Black depression? Research generally suggests that depression rates in Black people are similar to or slightly lower than those of whites. One study found in a lifetime depression rate of 10.4% among Black people and 7.9% among white people. Well, that's a big difference. Like 7%.
But the thing is, case study. If they had like 100 whites and 2 Blacks, then you could get those numbers.
Oh yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
That's why you have to be careful. I'm telling you from experience, Black people suffer depression at a higher rate. Why? Because we have to deal with toxic racist environments. Why? We have to deal with racist police officers. Why? We have to deal with racist judges. Why? We got to deal with racist doctors. Why? We have to deal with generational curses.
We got to deal with the whole good morning action. This is what I was going to say about Black people, where the stigma is that we don't support each other and Hispanics don't support each other. It's kind of different because they be like, white people support each other. Yeah, but white people got tons of businesses that fail. And when they fail, they don't catch the hell for their white business failing. So we kind of got a different pressure. Like we have to try and support. But when white people, like there are tons of things that white people don't support. But because there's so many more opportunities, and there's so many more different businesses around, it seems like they support everything. But if that's the case, 90% of restaurants wouldn't fail. And that's literally the rate is like between 80 and 90% of new restaurants actually fail. So do we need to support more? Yeah, but I think we get unfairly judged.
You think?
Deal with getting slapped on national TV. I don't know, actually.
Let me tell you this. It's the reason why I say that white people is because they'll go to them. They see a white person business, they'll go. A Black person, I feel like other Black people, I have to be 10% better or 100% better than the white people.
You have to already be arrived and have the bells and whistles, but the white businesses and the Korean businesses and the Indian businesses, they can be half-assed. They can mess up. You give them chance after chance. You spending your money. But if the app don't work one day, oh, that's some bullshit over there, Shawnee on.
This is why I don't support Black-owned businesses.
You know, if it don't work one day,
they can't do nothing right.
We knew she wasn't gonna do nothing. She needs to go back and talk on them radio again.
This is why I don't support Black people. Y'all somewhere else and get half the product, half the service, and pay twice as much and come out smiling like you don't won the lottery. You know what? I have decided that my customer service is about to change because I had the motto that the customer's always right. I'm not doing it anymore. If you're wrong, I'm gonna tell you wrong. I'm gonna tell you, hey, sis.
Yeah, that's that Black people.
If you could walk up in your old doctor's office and tell him my problem, tell me exactly what you're gonna give me before I pay you. If you can't do that at the doctor's office, don't do that to me. Don't do it to me.
That's right. That's true.
That is my new customer service. I told my sister, refund their money. Tell them about the wrong business. I've refunded money. This lady paid for her invoice 20 minutes after the appointment was supposed to start. After she had been told that if it's not paid within 2 hours, the appointment is canceled. And then my assistant tried to schedule her for 3:30. She told me no. 3 o'clock, she told me no. And so I reached out to her and I said, well, I see that there's a problem. I'll just go ahead and refund your money. She told me I was being unprofessional.
No, and I've been through the process with Quisa and her assistant, and no, they're very. Yeah, they are. Very
I don't pay my doctor up front. Well, you somebody? Oh, when you get to the office, you pay the copay when you first arrive for something.
Right, when you get there, you pay.
Yes. No, but you talking about paying in advance? Like I got to pay you on Tuesday or for my appointment on Friday.
It's the same thing.
No, I said within 2 hours of your appointment time. Your voice has to be paid before you see my face.
It's the same.
This is 24 years of experience. You pay for my time.
Yeah. Well,
I
this has
never
been
had
a
an
great
office.
show, but we got to wrap because
damn,
Jay got to go, and
Yeah, I gotta go and
we
I
all
gotta go.
got some stuff to do. There's some issues over here, some fires I got to put out.
Oh damn. Okay.
so tomorrow's Wellness Wednesdays. I do want to see
With
if Mo
Sequisa.
with Sequisa. We're gonna talk some doctor
shit.
stuff. I'm gonna see if Mo can bring a therapist on too, because I think that mental health that Mike is so disregarded. I think it's important to talk about deeper.
I
He
disrespected
didn't
all the
disregard it. How did Mike
did.
disregard
He
it?
said, "Suck it
I
up." He
disregarded
basically said,
I
"Mental health,
said suck it up.
And you
He
said
didn't
it
say
too.
that.
Both y'all.
I said that.
Both y'all
I
did.
said
So I
that.
think
Don't
y'all
put
need
that
somebody
on
to really
Mike.
explain and break it down to y'all. So
Don't
I'm gonna
put
see if
it on
Mo can
Mike.
get one of her.
All y'all gotta do is take your Prozac in the morning. Just
See?
gotta take it
See,
in the morning. You gotta
disrespectful.
take your meds in the morning, and you'll get through the day, y'all. I take my little medicine. I'm all good. And it's
My medicine is prayer.
Yeah.
Pray on it.
I
Shani,
do my
thanks for
prayer
sharing.
too. I
Man,
do my
you
prayer
had
too.
a rough life. Shani lived a rough life and then come out of that, then had cancer.
Who is you to judge with her life?
Shani, I'm just saying, like, she shared a lot more, and like
she
I
did.
felt her passion, and it's like, man, she's been through a
Yeah, it's
whole
like
lot.
it's a lot that people don't know. They just look at the, what's here. It's like, shit, you baby, please, you don't want this life.
I had someone that read my book and told me that she understands, a white lady, she understands why I'm so angry. I told about how my mom had a car accident, and I basically learned how to cook standing on the stove. And the thing about it, I said, well, when was I ever angry? Because she was my preceptor, and I had a hard time finding a clinical place. So I knew that I had to be on my best behavior, because if she kicked me out, I couldn't graduate. So I'm like, I'm not angry.
Man, it's bad.
People don't know your story. So,
I knew Shorty was on.
Shameless plug. No Colored Nurses.
What's your name? What's the name of the book?
No Colored Nurses.
No Colored
Available on Amazon and on my website.
No Colored Nurses on Amazon. Sequisha's book. Go get that. No Colored Nurses on Amazon. I knew Shawnee was a different breed when one time she said somebody said a person said that person had been abused, and Shawnee literally said, "Who the fuck hasn't been abused?
We all been abused."
It was scary. So I was like, gosh, she kind of right. And I ain't say it, but I was like, she kind of right. Like, I was thinking, I guess, yeah. All right, love me for who I am, not who you want me to be, because I could never be that and understand there's only one thing in life that's guaranteed. It will end. So enjoy every minute, every second. You fight for every single thing, parking spots and all that good stuff. Fight for your happiness and never let anybody take it from you. It's Michael Shaw, Jay Black, Shawnee Scott, Sexy Mo. Shaquisha made a guest appearance. She'll be back tomorrow for Wellness Wednesdays. It's the Takeover Legends. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Yeah.
Michael Shaw and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.